I think I see Enzo Maresca. They celebrate when Chelsea they score against Leicester. I say if na player now they'll say show respect to your show your respect to your former club. What's the meaning of that?
An idiot who be that player? Poro score against Man City, you don't celebrate. Bro, you're in the academy.
Poro.
Academy. Oh, he was.
Na academy go you know some to celebrate because na own boy.
So much to talk about today. Please let's start.
Na own boy now.
Let's begin.
You know why Arsenal fans I never forgive bad person. You don't come on club. You've been injured for 70 years. The only season where you dare fit, you can't score goal. They can't.
That one concern now.
No. The point is, you go score against Arsenal. You run, go slide for ground. Bro.
The problem is that now when he come up on our side now, injury, he can't stay fit the whole season. If you be saying now, be the fashion, weapon will be fashion against that. As he come out, now he can't fit.
No, I don't understand. I understood at the Bayern because the club misinformed the fans. Adebayo didn't push for a move.
They bought my iPad now. Arsenal fans online acting like Arsenal Football Club. Now Saints.
Arsenal were forced.
Go and read up on why the rivalry between Arsenal and Tottenham even started.
Arsenal were forced to sell Adebayo.
Like
Arsenal were forced to sell Adebayo. It wasn't like it was a fight. It wasn't like they told Adebayo you have to move. We've got a bid for Man City. You have to move.
Well, they know what you put out to.
So
relax, to.
Well, I need that water. It wasn't. So Adebayo was angry that the fans were calling him
money grabber.
Yeah. That's why Adebayo did what he did. He was stupid, but
he wasn't stupid.
He was stupid. That kind of celebration.
He was not stupid.
No, that kind of celebration was over the top.
He was not.
He went and.
You understand? You cannot slap me and not tell me.
You can celebrate. You go and do it in front of the away fans. You can. You put
your hand in my mouth. You put your hand in my mouth. And I should not bite.
Why did the referee give him a yellow card?
Because that was the law of the game.
You can't incite an opponent.
That one is the law of the game.
You don't do that.
What he did was not wrong. Morally,
it was wrong.
Morally, it was not wrong.
Morally, maybe it was not wrong, but
in a sense, my mouth, they make I no bite you. No, now because my mouth now amusement park.
But and a lot of these clubs, they are very at the point that's now we're really looking for money.
Let's go, man.
And they didn't want to tell the fans the truth. You can't make Adebayo be like saying Satan.
Gonna be an amazing show. Let's go. Now you be make up. We don't start by 9 a.m. As if Pepe the hot in the morning.
No.
Nice switch.
Yeah, this is 11 already.
Again, bring this. I just give my wife like this. You go just call you say, Wale, my darling.
No worry, not okay.
She'll be too happy.
No, that's the way they look. They okay. This side, no, they okay.
Bandana wearing hipsters.
Are you bandana wearing hipsters or
since
you are
that
sports
time,
broadcasters?
Bandana.
That collab. I never saw to the web.
They go soon deliver my store.
All right, let's go.
Mad one,
black. I want to do soon.
Black one, mad black stores. Fine that.
When I talk football, they look fresh.
You don't die again. Now you don't see now your identity be that no man.
No now. When you run, you say now your identity.
You don't change your identity.
Identity kill you there. Don't be like you don't know passport.
How did you get there?
That's the identity now.
See now, man. She been so them bomb me.
No, say they always if they talk about Rufai. That time we first start, they don't do Rufai anymore. They say that guy wait tint air.
How many people they get money?
Who tint air for her?
Made them call my name.
They
now.
want abuse Rufai that time.
Yeah, made them call my name now.
All right, let's go.
That Samuel Eto'o was really good.
I'm waiting.
That post on Samuel Eto'o where they asked
Oh yeah.
It was really good.
We have plenty. We'll never post them.
Samuel Eto'o, we don't put Samuel Eto'o for you.
When you collect money, don't forget.
The old content.
Don't forget these are.
The travel around the
okay.
These are little beginning.
But you never tell him that
No man, no ask for analysis.
You do foundation. You fight against them.
Yeah, let's go.
It's in a foundation.
We fell in love on the first date.
So seriously.
First day.
I don't know what you guys weed and they smoke.
Shit inside.
Hello, everybody. Welcome along to our Hindsight Podcast Studios. I am UB and so Ndwonovid, alongside 3 event planners and December 1st ready pundits, starting off with TikTok favorite and everyone's favorite punter, Mr. Inyoba Monday. Next up, Twitter darling and award-winning podcaster, Mr. IBK Sports. And last but not the least, Bombay Mixer and the man who is in charge of all your invites, Mr. Olakule Rufai. Gentlemen, good to see everyone here.
IBK, why you have to pick?
Man, no chop again.
IBK, please take this pig out of your mouth.
Man, no
Now,
chop
so you the
again.
chewing gum last time.
Man, no chop.
Remove it. Thanks for the Kilishi Wale. Mr. Ini, do you care to explain why we haven't recorded in 2 weeks? Because
You can.
I have to,
Under the bus.
tell the viewers why we haven't
Please, you
recorded.
have the
Please,
floor.
have the floor.
Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. On a day like this, we've just had Kilishi from Wale and
Yeah.
big shout out to
Please
him.
don't change the topic.
And the guys just decided to, put me in front of the box.
Everywhere they hot now. We just drop Kilishi.
But what's his name now? Ruben Amorim said, I'll lose my job before I put a player in front of the boss.
You never know how far.
Don't worry.
Relax, so.
That's what never frustrates you.
but last week,
Ini, the reason we didn't record last week.
I hold my hands up.
Right.
I hold my hands up that I was a bit irresponsible. A bit irresponsible, and
And you're the top pro.
I hold my hands up.
This your hand. You don't get what you go take and do. You say you
Drop
what are you
something.
going to do for the boys? You say I hold my hands up. Most of what are you going to do for the people who were waiting for an episode last week and you denied them?
That's why I'm apologizing.
Okay, so for the
I
boys, you go.
apologize.
But it don't happen before.
I
now.
apologize.
So I think it's important to establish, right, that when international breaks come, we might not have the resources to record during international breaks. Not because we don't have the content, but because we don't have the resources to do it. However, sometimes we might have the resources to do it. So international breaks, just zone out, we will not record. But however, we're supposed to record last week, but Ini pulled out and, it's sort of like...
I know be hamstring go.
He
It
pulled
kinda-
out in acrimonious circumstances.
didn't fly back in time for
be hamstring,
for the
bro.
episode and all that kind of stuff. But sincere apologies for that. We know you're people, so we don't take it for granted, right? Gentlemen, this episode is brought to you by Giga Win, and we are happy to announce that Giga Win are headline sponsors of our December 1st event. So please, a round of applause for Giga Win, all the guys there. We appreciate it. December 1st, the Hindsight Podcast presents the THP Community Hangout.
Who
And-
chose that date? I just brilliant.
Yeah.
The first day of the month
This,
you get the feeling, once it's in November, you start getting the festive feeling,
Yeah.
If you, there's this school close to my house, I'm going to call the Lagos State government on them. I don't know whether they are in church or whether they are in school.
Now school for morning, church
They
for
do
night.
praise and worship in the morning. But this morning, I just woke up, when I was about leaving, they playing some nice Christmas carols and he just... I had some goosebumps.
So you don't go report them again.
It just feels like
So
Christmas is
you don't
around
go
the
report
corner.
them
But,
again.
but realistically, once it's December 1st, that's when we activate like festive season this year. It's the reality.
No matter what happened during the year.
Yeah.
Except you've lost someone, But when December 1st comes, you just get the sense that it is time to slow down a little bit
cool off.
and just and take everything in, because you never know. So that is why we have said, before December, actually, before it all gets crazy, before it all gets dirty, shout out to Nate. Come spend time with us, because it'll be really nice. And that's why I have my black shades on, the cool vibes, and that's what December is all about, right? And we're delighted about that. I like to share IBK Chicago, Chi-Town, right? That's it's funny how you remember cities. You talk about cities and you remember certain people. Every time I hear Chicago, right, or is it Chicago? I remember Kanye West, because he's like the most. Like, if I remember Philadelphia, if you say Philadelphia, I remember
Philly.
I remember McMill, or I remember
Philly.
Kevin Hart, right?
Great
I don't know. That sort of thing. That's pretty much how it is for me.
Yeah,
Same way if I remember.
Did you say Chino Achebe?
Honestly, when I think about Ikoyi, I remember Chinua Achebe. That's interesting, actually. I don't know if you read. I don't know if you read the book.
Egbeda now go remember Rufai.
I don't know if you read the book. There was a country, right?
Yeah.
What's wrong with this person?
This guy don't
This
just get
is the teachable moment, right?
IBK, you don't get
Right.
sense. Hello.
Anytime Egbeda now Rufai go come.
No, I'm for real. Once you say Kpaja, I remember Guerrero. I'm for real. Like, you know. Once you Once you say Ogba, I know that Swimpy is somewhere around there. I know I'm safe, right? but going back to Ikoyi, if you read There Was a Country, Achebe actually writes I'm paraphrasing now, obviously, at the point in the book where when the war, when it started breaking out, right, his house in Ikoyi was no longer safe for him, right, and he had to move, from where he thought was home, and start heading back to the east. So every time I remember Ikoyi, I remember Chinua Achebe. Like, just it's funny how that just sticks in my mind, right? Brilliant. And yeah, you should.
All I just want to say is that I don't think I've seen. I can't remember the last time I had a party with IBK. My own is just come December 1st.
Yeah,
I know we're gonna watch. We're gonna watch. I mean, we're gonna watch the game, Liverpool City. For me, I have no care in the world for that game.
I do actually.
It's of no business to me. I understand why it's of importance to you. I just want to have a good time.
I want to watch a good football match.
I just want to have a good time. Expect the guys to come through, have a good time.
More guys, they come through.
That's all that's important to me. Let's have a good time. Let's start December.
Yeah. Are we doing jerseys?
Jerseys for what?
I think there should be dress code, Wally.
That's what I'm saying. Are we doing jerseys? Come.
Mufti.
I've been a validity.
For school, they go say wear your mufti that day.
But some people now from church they come to upside down.
Yeah, possible.
like in now after you don't do meeting finish.
Me we played last year. See, if Arsenal win league last season, so that's not that we Arsenal just in good church.
I beg.
It just spoil things for me.
But honestly, right, I think that what I'm looking forward to the most is just chilling and enjoying the atmosphere with everybody. I do really think that when we speak about having a great community here and people who watch our stuff, I'm excited to see. I'm also anxious to see how that feels like in person.
Yeah.
Where this is our community, this is our people, and we just want to have a good time.
For me,
once the DJ is playing, I might shade
Me
on
my own. Be say I just want meet person where they ask me for comment section say we should go out and smoke.
But
for me, I always look forward to a gathering of football fans, football people. It's always a good feeling, I remember the last watch party it was, when Arsenal beat Man United last season. That's the last watch party I attended, football watch party, and it was so good. Just seeing football people in the same space, obviously very coordinated, but the raw passion of football fans, you get to see it in real time. I'm really looking forward to it, and hopefully we get a good football match, which I'm expecting.
Yeah.
And like you said, get an opportunity to meet some of our some of the people who keep us going. With comments, with jabs here and there. They have a go at us, and we love it, and we say keep it coming.
I don't love it, but
we love it actually. we love it. We love it.
I love
come on, beat IBK in person.
I beg.
I also
when I see that video where Roy Keane tell the guy, I'll wait for you in the car park.
I'll wait for you in the car park.
Roy Keane is a madman.
Yes. Shout out
if you will get mouth to talk now,
yes, I'll wait for you in the car park.
Let's slug it out as men at the car park.
So my idea is that this is probably going to be. So I've had a lot of people. I've had at least 6 people DM me and say, what happened to people on the mainland? And I've got to say that there are some things you cannot control, and this is one of them, right? Shout out to the venue partners, Hard Rock, for being very excited about having us, and I think that was the most important factor in us, deciding to choose the space Hard Rock, because we had a couple of ideas. We thought the mainland would be great, but they really wanted to have us there, and shout out to the head of the marketing team, Nse, who's been very instrumental to making sure that we didn't change our minds, as time went on. So, that's as much shout out as I can give. But the biggest ones will be to you guys. Come through, because we've got something, nothing Champions League final-ish, but something that would be really cozy and nice for all of us, right? And
for-
this guy's in charge of your cocktails, by the way.
I don't understand. What do you mean?
Bombay, Bombay, and
great
the mixologists.
I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. For the guys,
But what's the plan of before you go there? What's the plan for cocktails?
Drinks generally.
I mean, if we review the plans now,
Right.
it gets less interesting.
Right.
So
Right.
just come around. The idea is that don't worry. By the time the DJ starts blasting the after party, you'll be just about where you need to be.
Right.
So I think this
To enjoy yourself.
Guys have been asking this question. I think it's only important that I throw it out here. So they are saying that what's the table stuff like? What are they expecting when they come? Are they going to get drinks on the table? Are they
No,
going
we're
to
not
buy
selling.
table?
So
Are
we're
they going
not
to-
selling tables.
Yeah.
The idea is that if you're coming,
Maybe we should sell
and-
tables, man.
I mean,
If you like say,
we might do that. We might do that next year.
Small bar.
Maybe next year. Sha.
If you're so
Okay.
if you're coming, say you're coming with a few of your friends and you prefer to sit on a table, the idea is that if you want to sit with your friends on a table, the table means you have to purchase some premium drinks. You get me? So
But don't let us scare you. Because
No, don't let us
scare you. It's not
what
beer.
we've done is.
Nah, I mean, you can
there's
even buy
there's-
that.
There's beer
You
as
can,
well, right?
you can buy whatever you want. It's just if you're on the table, there's a little bit more.
Make it a buzz.
Do you get me? Because I mean,
Yeah.
we're specifically reserving the table for people who reach out to us and say, "Look, we're coming,
Yeah.
we're
With a
so
couple more
number,
people.
and we want to sit with together."
Okay.
So we are reserving the tables for those people. So if you reserve the table for you come in, you have to show a little bit of goodwill, buy a few things. We're not saying, you have to come and break the bank. Nah, just show a little bit of goodwill and buy. By next year, let's see. When after the event this year, by next year, I'm very sure we'll move towards even like selling quality merch at the venue.
Yeah.
Because that's something that I think is really, really nice as well. I think once you can provide something that's quality and people see that it's
Yeah.
quality.
Speaking of merch, this guy's Giga Winner are
Yeah, there will
I was
be a lot of
speaking
things
to our friends there yesterday, and they're literally in production at the moment, trying to make sure that they have like some most quality merch. And I did specify, and we did speak about this. When people give out merch that people can wear, but this will be
quality.
merch. This will be merch that people can actually wear, right?
I was going to say for the people on the mainland, can we do? Cause like you said, we had multiple ideas on how we can even make it easier. But since people are already reaching out on the mainland, can we do a situation where if we can find a particular number of people on the mainland that have expressed interest in
if we get
coming
50
through,
people, right? If we get 50 people, give us a message
and say they want to come.
They want to come.
Yeah,
we can provide.
Yeah, we'll probably find a way to subsidize, transportation to get
subsidize that.
people there.
Yeah.
So if people you're on the mainland, you want to come, reach out to us via DM. If we can get 50 people, so that you don't just waste money on.
But to be honest, we are not too far from mainland. Sha,
You
to
don't
be
far now.
honest.
No, the good thing is it's on a Sunday as well.
Via is not far from Surulere. Via is far from Ikeja.
No, it's not.
No, it is.
No, it
But
depends.
I can drive from.
Via is not
Ikeja
far
to
from
VI.
Surulere. He's far
You
from
said-
Ikeja.
you said-
I can
you said
Far
drive.
from
I can drive. No,
Yanapaja.
I'm just saying how I can drive
So when you say
less
mainland,
than
the
less than
reason
15 minutes from Ikeja to VI.
You say drive.
Slow down, no.
Yes.
Slow down.
You said
Slow
you say drive.
down.
So the idea you
Slow
have to
down.
realize that
Less
your
than 15
travel
minutes, I
time.
fit do
You have
am.
to realize that your travel time, the energy that you expend.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
How many
is
bus from
completely
Ikeja? How
different
many
where you're
bus you go enter?
driving and where you're taking buses.
How many bus you go enter from Ikeja to
Did you
VI?
hear what I said? Your travel time.
Relax, so.
he say
The whole idea is
So you can be like saying, "No, yeah,
no,
anything."
you want to test your NFS need for speed skills, right?
You say you go drive 15 minutes.
The whole idea
With all this bump waiting for.
only 15
Yes,
minutes.
now.
Abike, stop that
Abike,
nonsense.
no,
How can
no.
you drive 15 minutes from Ikeja?
From where to
You know,
from
man,
where
I
in
always
Ikeja?
respect because you dey cow.
From where in Ikeja? From
First
where?
of all,
First of all, Tomiland Bridge is 13
Is that why
kilometers.
he wanted to kill me today?
Tomiland Bridge is 13 kilometers,
Do
right?
you understand?
Right.
On Tomiland
If you're
Bridge
driving-
alone, you probably do 5 minutes.
Shebi, you
No
do-
matter how fast you are.
You do geophysics.
Do you understand?
Wait, hold on.
wait, how many minutes you don't do for?
Abike,
On Tomiland.
hear me out, right?
Yeah.
You do geophysics, Abi.
Wale,
Abike,
only take 7 minutes.
Tomiland Bridge is 13 kilometers.
Yes.
Right.
Is it 13 or 11?
13. Right. I think 13. Right. If it's
No, I
13
think
kilometers,
11 actually.
if it's 11 kilometers,
Yeah.
that means you have to do 13, right? That means you have to do 130 kilometers per minute. Or you have to do 1.3 kilometers per minute.
You know, so you get one calculation we will almost get wrong that last time.
No.
So this is it.
No.
No.
That
That's how they talk thermodynamics.
Shout out somebody in the comments.
I don't want wahala.
They actually somebody commented and said what you was trying to say is escape velocity, and that was very accurate.
I don't
right?
want wahala.
But what I'm saying is, if you're gonna do in a kilometer, that means you have to do 130 per minute to do 30 minutes. Does the math make sense?
So you
right?
have to do 1 minute.
That means you have to be doing at least an average of
1 minute
130
for each kilometer. 1 minute for
Kilometers.
each kilometer.
So the Ikeja ride they talk now. Let's say okay, person they stay that kind last suit side Ikeja.
IBK, don't worry yourself.
last to the Ikeja.
No
last
worry
to the
yourself.
Ikeja.
Don't worry
last
yourself.
today
GRA, he did closer to GRA.
last today Ikeja.
No, Baba, don't worry yourself.
Or GRA, let's say GRA.
Don't worry yourself. You can't do 15 minutes.
From GRA.
I will give you 15 minutes. Don't worry. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, let's say
Anyway,
20 sha.
let's. Someone said.
You
Someone.
won't kill yourself.
I was trying to get the prep for the pod, and someone said, at this time, prodigals don't return go back house.
You don't go return, kid.
Let's talk about don't finish you.
That time to put time back thing.
Bro,
don't reach
I was telling Ruben I was coming that, and I'm not capping. I spend
So you don't say the cap normally.
I spend between 80 to 100k on buying fuel every week.
Now, why IBK
be
know they
cap.
run now? I didn't say IBK cash. IBK match.
you see the run.
I said match this thing now. He said, Baba, no.
Now me know the debit I see.
Baba, person say, guys, my God, my phone is charging my power bank. Somebody reply, I say, power has changed hands.
So someone say,
Oh my God, I don't get that kind of power.
you know that way they use it. That way guys they use a wall charger. They could not take lights. You could just come
you
back
see
and
the
see
charge.
lights. Say, oh my God, my God, who has done this to
Why
me?
your phone going to charge your power bank? What the hell is
You know
that?
that wall charger that here?
I don't know, yeah.
When you put your
Yes,
battery
now,
on,
yeah.
you could just see and say, ow,
You think going to charge?
all my effort gone. All my efforts gone. You know, someone said that say people that saved over 4 trillion from subsidy want to borrow $2.2 billion. Say propaganda no easy to manage. You. People that save money. What am I going to borrow money again?
I want to balance book hard.
The balance look hard there.
And I wait till I pass.
Yeah.
You go to find, bro. If you find 20 naira,
Bro.
If you find 20 naira, find out.
Now waiting no make me do accounting with that.
I
Balance book die fast
I dey find over 800k from my account. I don't see them. Bro, you need to see me that money. You know what? You just wake up. You never even pray. You look and say, man, say debit is on plenty past credit.
Bro.
You get. I wake up, I open statement of account. They check.
Wow.
But I don't borrow anybody money. I don't buy any significant thing. I know, like,
Well,
why
for-
this
now
kind of
for
money
you
they
to
miss
buy.
from my account?
Yeah,
I'm for you to buy. I feel better.
Yeah, of breakthrough
Bro,
don't
bro.
remain 30 days now.
No.
I don't know.
Hang on.
What person go do?
Hang on. You go still call.
Yeah, of breakthrough now. That 30 days.
Aye.
You go still call.
Nah, say your savings don't save you no more.
Bro. Savings care.
Well,
Like if you get savings.
last week I had about 48 open bets. Bro, I'm not capping. 48 open bets.
48 open bets.
Me where they always find cash
They all
out.
back.
Me where they always look for cash out
That
as
one
games
don't
they
be
go.
back. That can't
They
tell
lock.
you.
If like say those people watch,
48.
those people watch this podcast, they lock all the cash out. As they play games, they lock everything.
That sleep,
bro.
that's this thing where I dropped. That's
You know
those
you
games where I
cannot
dropped
even
for.
watch your game again. Once you don't once you drop the code, I'll just continue with the next game.
Kingsley boss me say, Baba, play this game. I say, this game. You know, he boss. You know,
So always take confidence. Say
so
play
it's always,
this game like
you just wake up, just send me game. I say, God, is it a sign? Like I play this game. I don't
this.
know.
But that sign no day anywhere.
Bro, sign don't do anywhere. I say, you know what you go pay me pass and say, I send you this game, you no player. I say,
you dey pay now.
Not only me don't send me game before say, did you play it? I said I didn't play it. Shit. The game don't come.
the game come.
The game come.
Serious.
He send me game one time. Early this year. He can't send me message for morning, for evening. Say, did you play this game? Me, I can't open the game. Say, no, I didn't play it. He say the game come. Me, I can't open the game. I go put the game for spot. Bro,
How many odds?
I think it was 140 something odds.
Ah.
Bro,
You missed out.
But you don't send me game when I play. I mean, no. Come.
now waiting make me get. See, this is what you told. Now waiting make me get 48 open beds. That because you
don't want to miss out. If people say that you didn't
How much will you stick?
Some I go put 1K, some 500, some 1K, some 500, like that, bro. But the best thing we say, the best way to bet now is that instead of having that 48 open bet, if you get 20K, just find small.
You know what I've.
That's the secret.
You know what I've realized. You know what I've realized about this thing. If you are consistent, at some point you win.
So here's what
hold on.
And at some point you might not win.
No.
When
you will.
That's the most important information. All this at some point.
It's just
you don't get it out.
No.
When?
No, because it's just like in everything in life, you will lose more than you win. In real life.
No, I don't want to lose more than I win.
No.
That's
in real life.
That's deficit.
No, you don't get it.
You want to win more than you lose.
No,
in the long run.
No. In business.
No, I get you.
You know,
if you lose more than you win, you're out of business.
No.
No. You don't let him do it. You are right.
See,
and that's what you're saying.
So in business, you can lose. Okay, let's talk betting. In betting,
see,
if you
let me help you. Let me help you.
Let me help you.
Yeah, let me help
Big
you.
shout out.
Let me help you. In business,
We're not inviting Prince.
I don't understand why you asking. Don't be I don't send invite. You would, in terms of volume, you most likely lose more than the times you win. What you want is that the one or two times you win covers up and
the losses.
does. I say let me help you.
Bro, you picked my head.
Let me help you, but you never chop anything since.
So if you are going to
let me help you there.
If you are going to play this thing, that's why you have to target high. You have to target very high.
That's what I'm saying.
The target has to be high because the day your luck comes in, you don't want your luck to come in on the day you win 500K.
That's why I don't want to.
You want your luck to come in the day you win 50M. That's why those big guys, those big guys on Twitter, they don't win a lot in a year. But when they win once, it covers for everything.
They stick high.
You see, let me come to that.
They stick high.
Let me come to that. You see that they stick high. Follow this principle. You see, to get rich, you stake small money on a lot of
Before
risk.
you continue, you never chop.
Relax.
Wait now.
Relax. Alpha, relax. You to get rich, you stake small amount of money on big risks. You take big risks with small amount of money. When you get rich, to stay rich, you take small amount of risk with big amount of money. That's what those punters are talking about. That's what they're doing. So once you get your first big win, you don't have a lot of money at the beginning. So you take a lot of risk with small amount of money. When you get that big win on your lucky day, you now maintain your riches with taking small risk with a lot of money.
That's why those guys are in the game. Because in the end,
300 something thousand
so
to win 125 million.
You're playing 4,000 odds, 5,000 odds with 500 naira. By the time those guys win 100M, you now see them. They are now putting 100K on 25 odds.
On 25 odds.
They are putting 500K on 10 odds.
Do you understand? That's how you stay rich. And you have a higher chance of winning 10, 20, 25.
Of course.
If I sound like you now, you can afford to stake 50K on a game, right?
No, I can't. Thank you very much. Please don't put me out the way I don't want.
Don't put me out like that.
So you won't make your DM full.
wait.
Don't put me out the way I don't want.
You cannot afford to put 50K on.
Why I go put
I can't.
50K? Am I mad?
I can't.
I
Thank you
cannot
very much.
afford it.
Thank you very much for that question.
The thing is, especially when you're.
Thank you very much for that question.
If you're using Gigawin, right? You're betting, fundamentally in USDT, in crypto basically, right? I'm very particular about small figures, right? Because just
that $5
week
Gigawin they give $5. That's how much
that's about 9,000 naira or 10,000.
So let me tell you, there's a guy, that guy on Twitter. I'm sure you know the guy.
Yeah.
The guy that does post games every day.
Okay.
He go say, "Universe, I posted
Yeah,
here."
yeah,
One day I just found the guy. There was a day the guy had 39 games.
Yeah,
and not
he did the guy that
5 of them.
not till he cut him.
You understand? A lot of people played that particular game, did their edits. It was just one game, that messed it up. So you see that kind of guy, and that guy around September, because I saw it on his way. Around September this year, he won, I think, 4K odds or something. That he won
4K odds.
So you see that kind of guy now that's doing 39 games and 35, 36 of those 39 games are coming. if he now wins a game that's all 39, those 39 games, if you check that guy games, those 39 games are not small odds. So those 39 games amount to about sometimes 200,000 odds.
Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving, right?
Wow.
You know, someone said this December, as I pretend, say all is well with me. Hey, you too. You say pretend like say all day with you. You get, you know, use your own. They worry me. You get.
Make all of us just
You
do.
understand? You say, as you the ball now.
That guy that
I don't want you to say fake friends for January. Don't call me bad person. Though. So that's why I'm very excited about this event because you know, at least I don't say if December I know soft. I don't say I don't.
No, after this event, let me just have a good time and then I'm going to be in my house.
I don't lock up.
You know, I'm good for the year.
And Rufai likes to have a good time.
Of course, you don't like to have a good time.
No. Good time must day.
Go,
You know. Good time must day. Anyway, lots to speak about today. Lots to chit chat about.
So
today.
much to talk about.
Yeah, and I was just speaking of bar. Someone said, salary very attractive. You see, that time when you take the ride, that very attractive.
You go not write how
the
much.
figure.
You go write how much. All this time very attractive, plenty words.
Very attractive. Plenty words. You can't put cover. Just
You
write.
go write how much.
I mean, later was very attractive.
Where you know if you write the number.
Why you don't write the number?
You want me?
People they think you.
What is wrong with you?
But not true. What is very attractive?
You be where they see all these things. I don't see they suffer. I need to see all these things.
He said, what are the advantages of living, on your own? And someone replied and said, you can decide to starve and not feel guilty for starving another person.
I did tell you.
Big advantage.
You just there your own. You drink your water, you sleep.
Some morning you wake up, you look and say, man,
Nothing there.
the way my bank account is set up. You understand?
You get.
you know,
I have the savings and the checking. And
get.
the problem is that the savings is empty.
It's empty.
And the checking is empty.
So
Person still get savings.
say God
Say
has a funny way of putting us in situations we once judged. And someone replied and said, I am judging wealthy people so harshly right now. Yeah. That situation where God they put people where you judge. Put me inside out. You get
But people will all sit down.
don't play.
One place, bro.
Don't play.
When you go on X like this, you just scroll down. You go there, laugh your head.
Is it breaking news? The Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare announces free cesarean sessions for all Nigerian women. Someone replied and said, until you go to one Nigerian hospital and they ask you to tell the minister to go and do it for you. Tell that minister. That breaking news. What you see? DM them, when they come down for you. Feel like you decrease. So when I see other guy there on the scroll, I was like, for this Nigeria, you don't ask me to say, my wife will get free this thing. Say, because they announced yesterday for radio. You don't die. You don't deliver that piggy. And you know Nigerian nurses, and when they don't say, let's say you don't
Big
get
shout out to Nigerian nurses.
Hey, God. hey. Don't take some advice.
They're not breaking news.
I think I'm ready for Pep Guardiola now.
Don't.
You're set.
I'm ready.
Don't
I'm
talk,
ready.
Simon.
Anyway,
bring my players back.
gentlemen, let's begin. Did we record when Trump won the elections?
No.
We didn't record.
No.
We did now.
There was a
No, it's like 2 weeks now.
So the best comment I saw
It was during the international break.
was, someone said, you install a madman in my country, I install a madman in your country. Do me, I do you.
Do me, I do you. Draw.
Joro Council.
Nigerians be mad. Now you install our Ravi.
Are you install
See,
They never
main
even
character syndrome. Nigerians.
Never use that with anybody else.
Nigerians.
So
my
they say, what's
goodness.
the most successful lie in history? He said, when you finish WAEC, you can sleep as long as you like. If you sleep, that sleep. Call me bastard. Oh my God, man. I see these things and I'm just cracking up like standard. It's crazy.
You save them.
Like, he says Zexi is an Orte striker. He doesn't believe in goals. He doesn't believe in goals.
He's a striker, but he identifies as 9.5.
I say, I say, I beg you, sell this man immediately. I put that boy on front watch, and he'll be there for a long time. So, someone say I must close my GT bank account this Monday. this Monday.
Apparently, GT they deal with people.
I don't leave that bank for them, sir.
GT.
I don't leave that bank for them.
Oh my God.
I don't leave that bank.
Anyway, I think GT supposed just branch into Fashion Week and things like that. Just
You get just open e-commerce. Let us rest.
Leave the
Maybe the other bags.
I don't suppose do ads for them, but I not gonna mention their name. Imagine having a Nigerian card like debit card and you wanted to just pay online with like they needed rands and Nigerian card went through, bro. I swear.
Don't worry, I know the
but
that was happening a long time ago now.
Before this madness happened.
Before some people now entered office and scattered everything.
bro.
Now.
You
could literally pay for anything.
Yeah.
This universal card mad. I'm not gonna lie.
I know the bank.
He bossed my head. I say he.
That bank that has $3,000.
Yeah. He bossed my head. He bossed my head. I
know the bank.
Wale
Put me on. So I opened the account
yes,
and I've been enjoying it.
Man, I will
right?
tell you after. Just go put your.
Yeah, and the best part is their card. If you go to an airport like international lounge, you can use you have access to maybe 120 lounges. At those international airports. So I like that kind of value add. That's important stuff, right?
He's very great.
Gentlemen,
now
let's start.
Now who get plenty money? 95 plenty bank accounts.
Yeah,
the ones who I get currently never full.
Now so you be saying they find 800K for account. Me, how much their account before?
900K. I define them because I save them for a long time. You get. I don't see how.
We won't even see 800K they find Visa account.
Anyway, let's begin, gentlemen. I feel like we've had a good expanse of time to touch base on so many stories. Bros, no follow. Relax.
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 We don't go be like that NT video.
Relax.
I'm when you wear Jesus.
Ṣíde gbígbẹ omi adágún Ògùtà.
Sorry. Nothing happened. Sorry. This is this.
Guys. When I remember that.
He said, Jesus.
Guys, when I remember that channel's presenter waiting for the ring, whiskey.
Yeah. Get us look and say, too much.
100 meters when they were caught up.
But why you go react like that? Your phone ring.
Too mad.
Why you go get that kind of ringtone?
No, but now phone ring.
No. Why would you have that kind of ringtone?
Reaction, I agree with you, B.
No, why you go react like that?
You have already messed up. Your phone is there. Your ringtone is on. All that has happened. But now the phone can't ring. Why are you scattering everywhere? Baba, you have to keep your cool.
Just say, yeah.
Maintain steez.
The guy like this. If I freeze,
you know the funny thing. I think it's just because of how we do with our broadcast space.
Yep.
The funny thing is that if that thing happened in maybe a British TV,
Maybe
they will sanction him. Maybe they will sanction him.
Right there,
but I guarantee you that guy will pick that phone and say, "Ooh, that was not in the script."
I'm telling you.
He will just pick that phone and say,
brother,
"That was not in the script."
No. You were being kind when you said British TV. That is what you would do.
He will just pick the phone and say,
I would do is
that was not in the script. He will put the phone off and continue. See, the way.
Let me tell you.
Nobody goes.
Let me tell you. Being on, and I know obviously we know this. Being on radio is completely different from being on TV. Two completely different things. But one thing being on radio will teach you is a lot of multitasking. Obviously capacity building.
TV is harder, but just
go forward.
Yeah.
The fact that being on radio, because you know that people are not watching you, they can only hear you. Sometimes you try to do a lot of things at the same time. And because they are not looking at you, but it can really, really throw you off. So you learn a lot from that to the point where even though TV is harder, it follows you in terms of how you react, how you behave. Have you ever been on radio where you have the entire control board in front of you? You're the one still taking messages, receiving messages, and reading them out. You're the one picking calls, and you're the one still presenting the show. And you still have to put out facts and everything. You still have to get the music right that plays, the ad right that plays. All of this is the liner, the perfect. So when you do all of these things on your own, it follows you.
Yeah,
you go to.
I definitely wouldn't react like that. I mean, I would take on my phone.
Absolutely not.
I would spin it. You have to spin it. Right. I tell you what, there was a BBC presenter. Was it? No, it wasn't BBC. It was actually not BBC. I think it was CNN or something like that. And you know how you're like playing around with. I'm not quite sure, but it was one of the big networks, and you're fooling around with your producer or behind the scenes people, and she was like, they're counting down. Right, and it's like
okay,
5,
yeah. She was
4.
CNN.
So she now counted down with her middle finger.
It was
right?
CNN. I remember.
So she counted with her middle finger, and literally it caught her like the live came earlier than she expected.
Yeah.
So her middle finger was, and then she hit it and went live. You know,
big story.
You know, a big story, but you know, they actually spun it to their advantage.
Yeah.
They actually spun it and said, look, ultimately, these guys are normal people faffing around in the
Yeah,
background.
of course.
Right?
Yeah.
This is the top professional, because how can you go from playing and switching on and going, hello, welcome to.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Brilliant, actually.
That is top. Like they spun it beautiful.
Yeah.
Spun it excellently.
In Nigeria,
right?
man.
They can sanction you later, right?
Yeah, that's why I said that. It's just the way we conduct ourselves in our broadcast space.
No, because the idea is that, bro, when you're in production, broadcasting, I don't know where it came from, but there's that ideology that it must be perfect.
No, that's what it was at the time. You can also understand the times that we're in.
Like,
the times we're in now, a bit different from the times then. Back in the day, you had to be very, uptight and stuff like that, right? Because TV was something. This was the only thing people are in the house. Like literally, it's like a prized asset. So they turned on to watch you, right? TVs don't mean anything these days. You understand? I have this, I have this. So the idea of visual content is not as sacred as it used to be. What it now means is
when
that
people can have softer content.
You get. So people, because people have more access to this, they want to be able to relate with you in their private space. So that private connection helps your content fly. But if you're uptight, I'm in my bed, right? I'm just like scrolling.
I know this thing you're saying is true, because growing up on TV, whatever show you're watching, apart from drama shows or series or movies, you never saw contents where people were laughing so much on TV.
No.
You never.
Yeah.
But now you have
serious.
shows.
Yeah.
Shows are not that serious anymore.
Yeah.
Even news shows. Humor is being infused.
It's because of the mode of dissemination. Because people are going to watch on their phones.
Because the mobile is taking over from the TV, so you have to do something to.
So you're invading people's private
to fight
spaces.
back.
If you're invading my private space, you have to not act serious in my private space.
Yeah.
So when I open my phone and open your live stream, I want to see you. I want to see something that makes me relax, not something that tightens me up. Do you get?
Yeah.
So that's why you need to create content for that sort of audience. When TV was just TV is the center of your house. So when you sit down on your sofa to watch TV,
Everyone is serious.
you're expecting to, that kind of thing. So anyway, that's my 2 cents on that. Anyway, I wanted to speak about a couple of things. I want to start off with Ruben Amorim. I think it's important that we touch base with what has been an interesting week. And I saw a comment. He said, "Look, in 4 years at Sporting and Braga, I've not." Had to speak to the media as many times, and I thought it was very charismatic. I thought he handled himself very well.
Yeah,
looked the part. But the most lucid thing he said, look, what we are gonna do is to take the risk now. We're gonna have 2 options, right? One option is to continue the way we're playing, just try to make little detail adjustments, but ultimately, at some point in time, we would still have to rip the entire script off, take the Band-Aid off, and start our own way.
Yeah.
Do we rather do that now, or Band-Aid along, and 1 year down the line, you're like, we haven't seen the changes you've made. So I'd rather do it now, so that next year at this time, we would have said we're in a better place. And I thought that was the most important, amongst the many quotes here, so I think it's had some very important quotes. I thought that was the most important and lucid one.
Yeah, a smart guy, actually. A smart guy. I saw Vi writing about it in the group chat. And I think Man United have got from themselves a very good coach. I think that is, a fundamental a lot of people will agree with, because you see the manager and what I didn't understand after the game against Ipswich on Sunday was the talk about we've not seen any changes and except I said this, how do you expect to see changes in one match? Except you're a very terrible person, I didn't expect to see any changes. It's the same players.
And true, bro, even when we didn't expect to see changes, they were actually changes.
So United were, what I saw from what I saw from the game I watched on Sunday was there was an intention to control the game a lot more. I could see that, there was an intention to keep the ball. And the man has been very clear in his thoughts, when he says things like, we give the ball away too much. Yeah. We have to keep the ball a lot more. We have to, to run back. You could see that the man has done a lot of homework. He's seen where the problem is. And seeing a problem and solving it are two different things. Yep. And so you have to give him time to find a way to solve it. Because, you have to look at the players at the club and think, have they got the capacity to be able to handle what this man is bringing? And my immediate answer will be they don't. They don't. A lot of those players don't have the capacity to handle the kind of football he wants to play. Yeah, they don't, because when you compare the clubs where Man United want to be, where they want to be at the Liverpool, the Arsenal, even Chelsea, the level of in terms of intensity, in level of intensity, even Chelsea, you see the level of intensity Maresca wants to play at. You know that the players at the club need to find a way at Man United. Need to find a way to up themselves, or they will be out of the door. And I fancy they will be out, a lot of them will be out of the door at the end of the season.
So, yeah, I totally agree with you. I like I said the first time we spoke about Amorim, I said now I also think United have got themselves a good coach. And the moment he walked out of the dressing room on against Ipswich, I also look, it's going to be hard for me to battle this guy. Very likable guy in how he talks, in how he conducts himself. And like I said that time, now you have to give him the license to kill, because immediately after game 1. He's saying, he's been open. Yeah. Oh, my guys are scared. Yeah. My guys they're not making the decisions I think they should be making.
And I thought
my guys are not.
I thought that was brilliant. Sorry, Rufai, because I heard him say Xerxes is a goal scorer. Yeah. He has to be there.
He needs to be there.
That's a manager, a new manager.
Yeah.
Usually when you go to a new club, and it would be easier if you were English or British. When you go to a new country where you're not an English speaker, you're not an English speaker. You go to a new country, what you want to do at the club at Man United, what you want to do is warm yourself to people.
Yeah.
Try to be loved, try to be on site. But this guy is saying, you know what? I risked it all from day one.
Yeah. So
I will say it the way it should be said.
That's why I've never understood where people say, oh, the coach cannot speak about the players like this. That's not throwing them under the bus. It's a different thing if something has happened between the coach and the player, and the coach has gone and misrepresented what happened. It's a different thing.
Yeah.
But the coach is talking about performance. It's talking about the lapses in your performance.
Literally the job he was brought in to do.
The job he was brought in to do. And he's telling you, you are not doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're not doing it up to the level you're supposed to be doing it at.
Yeah.
So and I thought that was brilliant.
Yeah, it was.
Now, United need to create an environment where, because I also feel like the players in the club right now, one way or the other, they try to mask it, but I think they play to the gallery too much. They want to play the game so that the social media is writing good things about them. They don't want to have a bad game so that the social media don't write bad things about them. They act like they don't care about what's happening on social media, but based on how their performances go and based on how they behave when they play well or whatever, you can tell that they're playing to the gallery.
It's funny you bring that up because, sorry, Coach, it's funny you bring that up because when in one of his first pressers, he mentioned that I know every trick in the book.
Yeah.
I know
I'm
every
player,
trick.
Played every position.
I know when the player's not playing for the team.
Bench.
I would tell. If I see you're not playing for the team, I would know.
I would know.
If you're trying to hide it, I would know.
Yeah.
But I think the most important thing for me, right, in this first 2 weeks he's been there, is actually drawing the first game. I think that sometimes you can have a blessing in disguise.
True.
Right? And sometimes you can have a poison chalice. A poison chalice being you come in, you win a couple of games.
Yeah.
It feels like you're flying.
And there's a false sense of things have changed.
You understand? I think that the best thing could have happened to him is not to lose, obviously, but to win the first. Just not to have an outstanding
game.
And
outstanding,
overbloated,
yes.
idea of where the players
and
are.
the reality is that United could have lost that game easily.
Yeah, United could have lost 4-1.
They could have lost.
United could have lost 4-1 or 3-1.
They could have lost that game because Ipswich played really
And
well.
by the way, Onana
was
if he
brilliant.
plays if he plays like that, right, he will shut a lot of people up.
Yeah.
Do you know another thing that...
Those were David De Gea.
Do you know another
Those were
thing
David De Gea
Amorim,
saves.
do you know another thing Amorim said that was impressive to me? You see, before Ten Hag was fired, I was already looking at Onana like, bro, they brought you in because of your playing qualities.
And you're launching.
Why are you launching? Like, Onana plays so many inaccurate long balls.
He did the same in post goals.
And for Amorim to come and say, first game, he said, this guy plays a lot of long ball. Now, he's trying to connect with the players. So, this coach, they see waiting.
So, Rufai, sorry, the issue is playing at the back is you need to also understand that your back line understands basics of football.
That's where the coach comes in. How he sets them up so they are able to play.
Mentioning why Onana was launching balls.
Yeah.
Don't forget that when Onana first came in, he was trying to play out from the back.
Yeah.
And it became serious problem for him.
He made a few errors.
Darlord was, before he gets the ball, they pressure him and loses the ball. The same thing with a lot of, even Casemiro and the rest of them. So in the end, I feel that Amorim came in as someone who might want to change things.
But that's a systematic problem.
Yeah, that's what I agree with him. It's not all.
He makes a good point.
Yeah, it's not all Onana's fault. It was a system problem.
It's a system problem.
That's what he's saying.
So in the end, I still feel that the team has to be overhauled. I said something before that
I agree.
there are two things that can make United change. Go and write it down. Is either they employ a coach that's got the name, that has the antecedents, or they bring in a coach that understands the game, and then they send a lot of players out. Those two things are the reasons I think United will start flourishing well. If someone like Ancelotti comes into the team, I feel that he'll probably get results because he is Ancelotti. Because you cannot disrespect Ancelotti. That's the truth. But if you have someone like Amorim, who even as a footballer, I wasn't really known, but as a coach, he's done something with Sporting. You can't compare Sporting to United. United is a tradition on its own. So you need to.
I agree with you. That was where I was going. That was where I was going in terms of the new sporting team or football team now at United. That was where I was going when I said these players feels like they are playing to the gallery. They need now to go back to transfer policy. What is the profile of players that we bring in now?
Exactly.
They need to go back there and make a very important decision as to how they identify the profile of players that they bring in and what kind of players they bring in to suit what the coach is trying to do. Because with United, you get the feeling, and we talked about it also the first time we talked about Amorim, a lot of things happen outside of the club that affects what happens inside of the club. So because of that, you have to get those footballing decisions right.
Yeah.
When you go out, make sure you get the right profile of players. I don't see, struggling to piece the ball together. You got the feeling Amorim was looking for a group of players that can retain the ball when he wants them to, that can, make, better decisions with the ball. And it feels like, no, my players didn't do that in the first game. He is saying it's because it's just one training session. I think those players probably aren't good enough. A lot of them.
I'll come here and let's wrap it up on United. We have a lot of things to talk about, right? Two things. With Onana, I think that when you bring in a football player into a club, right, the mood and the tone at which he's brought into the club is very important. Onana was brought in with the fanfare of he's going to help us play out from the back. Now, that in itself got Onana in his headspace where I'm coming in here to
raise the level,
to raise the game.
There's a reason I'm laughing. Do you know why I'm laughing?
Do you know
why I'm laughing?
Right.
This thing that you been saying is a realization. But go on.
So anyway, when he came in, he's like, if I see that these guys cannot, play long passes, I'm going to do it because I think I'm better. I'm playing long passes. You're a goalkeeper. Don't do that again. Right. That's what a natural coach should tell him. Right. You're a goalkeeper. You're not at Ederson level. Ederson is the only goalkeeper in the world.
But he's trying.
And maybe Manuel Neuer.
Onana is trying.
No, he does well.
Yeah.
But you are not at Ederson level. I don't even think. Hold on, let me finish. Right. So that was one thing. It got to his head. Now the manager has to bring him back on side and say, look, we brought you in to help us. We're building your face, but you're doing it too much. That's what Amorim has told him. Amorim has not told him don't play long passes.
But
let it not be your first instinct.
Yeah.
The second part of what I wanted to say was, I do think that the system United have, they can play from the back. They can play Amorim's system, right? The players that cannot play the system are very few. There are more who can play it. What Amorim is looking for, in my opinion, is don't be afraid to play with personality. So I think De Ligt is going to play. I'm not the biggest fan of De Ligt, but I think it'll favor him. I think Euro would have a good time as well. I think Martinez would be safer for it. I think Harry Maguire, even if he plays, will be safer for it, right? I think Mazraoui is going to be excellent in any in the system, right?
Brilliant player.
I think Kobe,
the best United player.
I think Kobe,
He's been United's best players.
he almost made us concede goal. That's you should not do it again.
But that's the idea.
Right, hold
you
on.
don't want your player playing without fear.
Hold on.
United players are playing without fear.
So I think Kobe will do well. Excellent in the system. Where's
Kobe? Still
He's
injured.
He's injured, but he was just easy game, but he was on the bench. Right. Kobe will do well. I think Ugarte will do very well. I think that Ahmad will do well if he applies himself, as we've seen in the first game. I think ultimately he will not play as a wing back. Ultimately, he would have to play as one of the forwards. I think Garnacho would have a lot adapting to do, because I see that he doesn't like to run back, and he might be one of the big casualties.
He's not serious with his life.
I've mentioned at least 8 players who are the core of the team. Rashford will not make it in the team. I'm serious.
You know the funny thing,
his only goal.
You know the funny thing,
won't.
Rashford scored a goal, and you know, usually when you score a goal as a striker, you get
a confidence.
You get
shot in the arm.
You get people almost shield you away from the reality.
Yeah.
Rashford had a shocking game.
Shocking game, yeah.
No,
he scored a goal.
Do you know?
Rashford had a shock.
No, he's not gonna make it.
Said something that he's not played in that position.
There's something I like. There's something I like doing.
So
I like to watch football matches. I like to watch
honest.
football matches twice. When I watch a football match under tension,
and then watch it when the tension is gone.
I like to
you
watch
see more things.
I like to watch. Rashford, I watched that game on Monday. Rashford had a shocking game.
Oh yeah, had a shocking game.
Yeah,
He had a shocking game. You know, because when you score, you say,
Yep.
Or
when you score, I know they on top you.
Nobody's really looking.
Yeah,
But when you watch that game again, Rashford was shocking.
United's best player was Amad Diallo, United's best player, followed by.
I think Johnny Evans did well too.
I think Johnny Evans did well.
Johnny Evans had a great game.
He had a decent performance.
He didn't have a good game. He had for his age, right? Johnny Evans came
Don't forget, I've been watching Johnny Evans out in year one.
No, hold on a sec.
What does that have to? You don't stop this nonsense again. See, I've been watching.
So if I don't saying get
for
great
me,
game,
right?
I know why.
Are you a madman?
Speaking when he born,
It's not wrong with you.
They lived there.
John Evans came, but don't forget, he came back to do his coaching badges, right?
Yeah, he came back for his
To do
coaching badges. They don't put up for Premier League.
It's hag. Carry and say, okay.
But wait, this coach where you want to do first come play for me.
Come play first, you get. So whatever John Evans gives you, I will take. Do you understand? Whatever he gives me, I will take. You understand? But anyway, I think we're done with United. I think that ultimately we have to just watch and see how that goes.
Straight win against Everton this weekend, by the way.
Let's not go too far away from
Put your house rent and sleep outside.
Everton don't play goalless draw twice.
Yeah, Everton cannot score a goal to save their lives.
They don't intentional about this thing. They don't feel concede. Everton don't play goalless. They don't smile twice now.
No
worry.
But I think that Everton have one of the worst squads in the league. I don't know if it's me, but
see, if there's any team I want to be relegated, see, if there's any team I want to be relegated, and this thing started 2 years ago. I don't like Everton. Very useless.
Sean Dyche don't go back
relegate
to that
club.
I'm sure that no.
As long as no
Sean Dyche, they should build Sean Dyche a statue. I'm sure he cannot wait to get his payoff. Like I'm sure every day he's looking at his phone like coming early in the morning 6 o'clock. I want to see you. I'm sure he's looking at his phone like, when are they going to fire me? Like I can get my severance. Because I look at their squad and I'm thinking, what is Michael Keane doing in the Premier League? You know, in 2024, he's Michael Keane, Conor Cody. What do you expect to happen? You understand?
Shocking squad.
What do you think this is?
And I agree with you. See, it's. I mean, a lot of people may not like Sean Dyche. You know, he's not the modern manager. Him a lot. But the funny thing is that if you take Sean Dyche out of that team, most coaches will relegate that.
Obviously, easily.
Because
and Chelsea don't look at
it's
it.
because
Madrid
of
has
his
extra.
Sharp, sharp.
And you know the funny thing? I was watching Southampton against Liverpool. May God judge them. I was watching Southampton against Liverpool. If Sean Dyche is coach of Southampton,
That game is ended now.
I guarantee you that Southampton will stay in
No,
the
game
league.
has finished.
They will stay in the league. If Sean Dyche was coach of Southampton and they scored 2-1 against Liverpool, game don't finish. Because the guy understands his strength. He's not going to follow you and play tiki
Southampton, they play.
When they follow Liverpool, they play.
Liverpool, they play. People passing at the back. They give Liverpool free goals.
Let's meet in the air. Let's meet in the air. Even if ball touch ground.
Is it that Everton?
Mourinho say this week, Mourinho say I put the ball on Fellaini's chest and for a striker we won the Europa League. We play the ball in the air.
Finish.
Are you crazy?
You want
They
the
follow
football down.
Liverpool, they do.
Yeah, you want the
They
football
follow
down.
Liverpool. Play, pass up on the back.
Those idiot defenders. They see
That-
Salah, he passed
and I know that coach of Southampton.
Iraola.
No, the coach of
No,
Southampton.
that's Bournemouth.
The coach of Southampton, he was a defender for Norwich. When he was playing for Norwich, I remember he
was
used to
shocking.
play in the Premier League. That Norwich team where they beat Norwich anyhow. When they give him ball, they launch him.
Now he won't pass out.
He's feeling the pressure. You know, all this European pressure. All these young managers, and they play out from the back. You are telling your players who are scared to their bone marrow. You give a
That
defender
first
ball.
goal, funny die.
You give a defender ball. The defender is scared. You can see it when you give Saliba ball. In Sabi ball. As in, if you put Saliba for midfield,
Yes, now.
he won't look out of place. He's Sabi ball.
Yeah.
He's Sabi play. Even Gabriel.
I open us on our screen. I see Zinchenko for around that Saka area. I say this boy, who does this boy think he
There are
is?
people who can play ball.
He thinks he's Ronaldo.
There are people who can play ball. When you give them ball, they are comfortable on the
You
ball.
feel Sabi play ball, but fear no green
No,
play out.
but-
Now they do those
I said
defenders.
those defenders.
Fear
You
don't
give
greet
them
them.
ball.
This is the way
Use
they talk.
Bendarek. You are giving Bendarek ball. Bendarek wants the ball the other end of the pitch.
Guy, Pep
You are giving Bendarek ball and telling
Pep
Ben
talks
defenders to come
about
to.
Piqué and Busquets. That guy, I'm not even capping you. If you are a keeper
Now because you go show us where you pep talk about.
and they give
This particular one you go show us where pep talk about. Because I don't go believe him.
Piqué and Busquets, bro. If Mayfire they come at them,
Of course.
Baba, they will find a way.
Yes, now.
No, those ones.
I'm not capping
He
you.
did their body.
Guy, I am not capping you.
But
He
you know,
did their body.
before we got away from that, right? We left United. I wanted to just go across town, right? And
Across town.
and touch base with
The noisy neighbors.
with Pep Guardiola, right? I look
Shaking my legs.
when teams are struggling, right? I want to watch the press conferences more
Yeah, exactly.
because I want to see how people carry themselves, and not even for the podcast or anything like that. I also want to learn how to carry myself when
things are not going well. Yeah.
right? How you approach people and stuff
Yeah,
like
good
that.
student of the
right,
game.
right? Student of the
If you
game,
like, make it be bad.
through and through,
Because that you don't pay your school fees.
through and through, right? So I've watched Pep's last 4 or 5 press conferences, and I thought last week's press conference before the Tottenham game was brilliant, right? I think that it's important to, while you still can, I think modesty is important, but while you still can, I think it's important to touch your horn a little bit, right? You build up credits in the bank to be able to use it
Out
of trouble.
for times like this.
times like this, right? And I thought he came out firing last week. you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, like we won 4 Premier League titles. He gets. I love when he says
Jose
it, right?
incarnate.
because he has done it, right? So people say, "Oh, he's boasting." No, it's not a boast if he has done it.
Yeah.
Just reminding you.
You know, just reminding you
when
that-
Jose said 3, he said he was
This is what we
arrogant.
have done. You understand? I'm not. This is what the facts
Respect,
say. Right?
respect.
So I watched him last week and I totally liked every moment of it. And I like the fact that journalists were the tone they're asking questions with are very, very, very respectful.
Respectful,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
Pep,
now
Pep
Pep now.
obviously
They like Pep now.
So
He's gonna be
see,
respectful.
see,
If it was Jose, there would be no reason why he would be respectful.
I agree. But
They like Pep in the first place.
But you know, the flip side of it, just to land it, is I watch him after the Tottenham game as well, right? And I like a man that understands, reads the room. You fired last week, you fired just 2 days ago, you need to soft pedal now. And he was very, very, very almost honest. So I was watching Pep and I was like, this could easily have been Ten Hag talking to the media. Things like, we're struggling because the players have lost confidence. Did you get? And those are things we've said all the time. That even the best teams in the world,
they lose
you
confidence.
get lose confidence.
Of course.
And I said, look, what we need, someone told him, do you still think you can go on a run of wins? And he said, what we need is 1 win. what we need was one win. And it reemphasizes what I know already, that, this game, this sports football, is pretty much more here than there.
Yeah.
It's more here than in the legs.
It's psychological.
Right? It's a psychological game, right? You can have all the physicality in the world, but if you don't feel good about that decision you want to make, I want to take this ball now. I want to slalom past this guy so that I can see the bigger picture. Because I know if I slalom past this guy, then I'm putting Haaland one-on-one. The difference with slaloming past that guy and making the first time passes that it might rebound and it might hit you on the counter press. Do you get? And I see City players not making the natural choices they would naturally make.
Yeah.
And that's a bit of a problem.
What I would say, Senior Man Novex, what I would say, I think I agree with everything that I've said. I think Pep handled his press
So very well, yeah.
very, very well. He probably has grown too. That can be out of, look, I've won everything. You guys can't throw me. I've won everything. Yeah, we haven't won a game in 5, but I've won everything. But again, I have to speak about the other side of, if that wasn't Pep that put out that starting 11 against Spurs, the coach would be decimated. Yeah, if that wasn't Pep that put out that starting 11, because you can talk about all the injuries that they have.
And they have a lot.
But he went into that game with a midfield of Gundogan, Rico Lewis.
Kovacic.
Kovacic is injured.
Kovacic didn't play. Bernardo, Rico Lewis, and Gundogan. Rico Lewis as holding midfield.
But he doesn't have options.
That's not the first time he's done it before.
He doesn't have options.
No. You had De Bruyne on the bench.
No, De Bruyne just came out and said he wasn't.
De Bruyne has been.
It's not 100%.
He said
He's
he
not
wasn't feeling
100%,
good.
but he has
said
been
himself.
coming back since when? He's been coming from the bench for how many games now? You had Matheus Nunes on the bench. My point is, I'm not talking about who plays what position. I'm talking about once you go into that game with that midfield, you know that you're like, if that wasn't Pep Guardiola, the coach gets decimated for that starting 11. Because there's nothing you tell me. Matheus Nunes could have brought in a few more physicality in
not
midfield.
everybody's Pep.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's not everybody's Pep.
Because Matheus Nunes could have brought in a little more physicality in midfield, right? You kept him on the bench. Play with Luis as a holding midfielder. They're gonna overrun your midfield.
I tell you what, it was the first time ever I've heard Pep say the expected goals. I was like,
You did do XG.
No, you know what, XG. So you want to see this market?
So I understand.
You don't touch everybody.
Big shout out to Graham Potter.
We lose for us, it's SG.
Who even started
I
understand
why Man City are struggling. I understand why they are struggling. My only point is this same understanding that we have of why they are struggling is what we were saying about other coaches before now. So I'm not going to afford it to Pep. Because at some point we're saying, they've got their second 11 say if you win league. Yo, figure it out now. You had coaches who has had crazy injuries before now, with the kind of squad you have. Figure it out. Rodri being injured is not why you didn't score a goal at home against Spurs.
Yeah.
It's not why.
No, I do. So I think
credit to Spurs. I thought Spurs were brilliant. I thought their game plan was an absolute masterclass.
It was the first time ever, right, under Ange, that I saw a willingness to really be crude and serious. Keyword, crude, right?
Because in the second half, when the game was 2-0, I thought, if there's any team in the world who have got the quality
to come back
to score 4 goals in this game, it's Man City and Real Madrid. Because they have players that in a flash, they can turn things around. But what Spurs did in the second half is something I've not seen them do. They led 2-0 at Brighton.
Capitulated.
Came back in the second half, they were flying forward. And Brighton saw, hey, you want to play that game? No, we have pace. Now you go tire. So they didn't do that against Man City. They came back in the second half and they were very conservative. They sat back. They refused to fly forward. They passed the ball a lot better and they were more compact. And that's why I gave them credit. I thought they were brilliant. But I don't think Man City will panic. And that's what people don't know. Mm-hmm. They will not panic.
No, they are still there.
The only person who will be panicking in that dressing room is Savio. Because he's not been there before. The rest of those players will tell themselves,
no,
it's fine.
We can go on a run.
So that's why they are still favourite to win the title.
Yeah.
Because if there's any team in this league who can win 15 games on the bounce.
It's Man City.
Man City. So
Yep.
they will not panic. They know that
That said,
there are a few cracks in the team.
That said,
No
doubts creeps into the team.
Exactly.
And when you
and this is where Pep comes in. He has to find a way, because you talked about things. There are certain things I saw about Man City. Passes they will make forward. They went for the saver.
That's
options.
what losing does to you.
That's I saw them. They played a bit safe. Passing. There are things De Bruyne did, and when he came on, he did it. There's a pass he gave to a 1-2 played with Haaland. I think only De Bruyne has the mind to do it. Things. There's a pass 1-2 he did with Haaland. Meaning Haaland gave him the ball. There was a City player in front of. There was a Sports player in front. He played the pass straight at the City player, and the pass just went through.
Yeah.
And when De Bruyne is fit again, you get the feeling that City will.
Of course,
fire.
now it's exactly what we're talking about.
Sorry.
I have to say this, right? I just thought about this. When you just pick your car from the mechanic, right? The first 2 days, there's some overtaking you could do. You could say, relax. I never know this guy. I never know.
Do the work.
I never know the work where they do for your hands, so you'll be safer.
Even mechanic will tell you no run too much.
After the first 2 weeks you've driven it, you start getting it back. You're like, okay. You say, I was just thinking about that.
So I've been opportunity to be with coaches as well, and the truth is that if you have
relax,
make I talk from experience. If you have a team that is used to winning,
this is not so making me talk that time.
because I really want to disagree with Rufai.
Shipping 6 goals.
Hold on, Chief. I want to disagree with Rufai because if
Please disagree with me.
If you have a team like City and that has lost maybe 1-2 games, you want to say this is a tactical problem. There's something wrong with maybe the way the players have been set up. But losing 5 games on bounce, I think now he's out of. I feel that he's out of the coach's know-how. I think the players must. The players
Thunder will fire you there. Thunder will fire you there. Now that it's Pep Guardiola is out of his know-how.
Bro.
Thunder will fire you there.
He's now down to the players.
You don't see and say, man. Make I.
Oh!
You're not saying that.
You that said they should fire Xavi.
Baba, he's down.
Oh!
I said that time that I think
you're a criminal. I'm here to tell you.
I love the way Haaland vexed after that game because in the end,
stay humble. May himself stay humble.
You know what that game? There are some wrongs.
See
that last goal they scored City. That was totally unacceptable because
he was acceptable because they don't tire.
Oh, we accepted it.
No.
But I promise you, we accepted
it. The players must accept that they need to actually do it on the pitch, not the coach anymore.
No, but before now, Shebi used to give Pep Guardiola the credit for making sure players don't get comfortable in his team. So now it's no longer his responsibility.
So let's progress it. Let's progress it, right? I believe that at this moment in time, the biggest thing to help them is the fixture. The losses were across the leagues. So the first 4 losses were across 4 different tournaments. So that made it make sense, right? If those losses came in the Premier League,
there's a problem. There's a bigger problem.
We won't be talking about what we're talking about now. This is what they talk small. So
remember we said
this is what they talk small. So you know for be like.
That's why the game on Sunday is very. That's why the game on Sunday is very important.
They're gonna lose. I said that because what you said is
don't put your money. You will lose it.
Hands.
They're gonna lose.
When you lose,
you will lose your money.
When you lose 4 games in one tournament, it is beginning to leave your hands.
Yep.
Right. Yeah. So because in the end, right, you can know all you know as a football coach, right?
But
ultimately,
3 of those 5 losses have been in the Premier League.
No, yes.
Yeah.
But again,
if
this is
the 5 in the Premier League,
of course.
No, this is the first back-to-back, no?
Yeah.
This is second.
No, second back.
Second back-to-back.
No. This is the first time
Third,
they've lost.
They've lost their last 3 Premier League games. Lost at Bournemouth, lost at Brighton, they've lost to Tottenham.
Right.
3 straight Premier League
So
games.
it's not quite out of his hands yet, right? That's why the next game
he's gonna lose.
Is crucial.
If he puts out that starting 11, he puts out against Spurs.
He's gonna lose.
So
I'll put anything.
Hold on a sec, right?
Maybe I see starting 11 first.
I think that the game on Sunday is crucial, not for Pep Guardiola, but for Arne Slot. Right?
Yeah, it is.
I think it is important that Slot wins that game more than it's important that Pep wins. And I'll tell you why. I think that Pep is the one manager in history, maybe the second, that has nothing to prove. And I say that with all sense of
course, he has nothing to prove.
Of understanding. Every other coach in the world and in history has always had something to prove, right? I think that even this season, Ancelotti has something to prove, right?
You don't need blast time, say.
With Mbappe, Vini, and Co. You have to.
If you say Ancelotti has something to prove, then Pep too has something to prove.
No, hold on. I'll tell you why. Hold on. It shouldn't be, but it is because, number one, he's at Madrid, right? And number two, what the guys are doing across town, right?
Yeah.
In Man City, Pep is, after Sir Alex Ferguson, the one coach who it is. If you try to question and say, "Oh, he's make or ma," it's impossible for you to think that way. I think for Slots, the pressure to make sure that you create an unassailable lead is so incredible
11
that he has
points.
to win. Because Arsenal 8 points clear last season. And like you said, if there's any coach that can do it, if De Bruyne comes back, right, Doku comes back, Kovacic comes back, all these players come back. If Man City gets on a run and Haaland gets on a run, they can do 10 games.
Yeah.
Right? I've seen
And they're the only ones who can do it.
I've seen Liverpool play games, right? I still think there's a loss somewhere there.
No, of course.
They
Of
lost
course.
against Forest. I think there's a loss somewhere there. They could have lost against Southampton if the conditions were different with another coach. So I think that all of a sudden, Slot is in a position where he's thinking, I just come this league, make a compete and try and stabilize. You just hand over that they hand over to me. All of a sudden, he's finding himself as title contenders. That's not something he bargained for.
No,
I promise you,
Yeah.
in all his estimations, he didn't think I would be the target.
When you
Yeah.
put it
So
that
now, you are the target of everybody.
when you put it that way,
That
I
creates
agree.
a different level of pressure.
I agree. I think Slot is under more pressure
of pressure.
because in terms of winning the Premier, when I say, if you say Ancelotti has something to prove, then Pep too has something to prove. I'm speaking from the angle of you mentioned Ancelotti in terms of Mbappe is there now, so maybe he has something to make that work. That's what you mean by he has something to prove. Pep, I don't think has gone through this before as well, ever in his career. In the sense, I don't think he has ever been, without his absolute best player in his team for a very big part of the season. I don't think that's ever happened to him.
Which has always been my biggest criticism of him. I think he creates good systems
You
for the
understand?
absolute best
but
players
his
to play.
best players are always available to make those systems be devastating, and that's what is lacking now. Because remember, against Spurs, could have been a different game. They lost 4-0. If Haaland,
But they could also have easily lost.
no,
4-3.
what I mean by
4-3 or
they
1-4-3.
Yeah, what I
No,
mean
the
by
Brazilian
they
won
had
that game. They started well.
earlier chances.
They started well,
If
yeah.
Haaland had scored those early chances, it could have been a different game.
Yeah.
First half, they could have been leading 2-0.
Yeah. Haaland had
Everywhere.
really good chances in the
Everywhere.
first
In the
half.
first half, could have been a different game. So, and you know that on another day, those chances can come up for them. And if it does, they are leading 3-0 in the first half. So there's more pressure on Ancelotti in that regard. Yes, they've lost 5 on the bounce, but you are still playing the best team in Europe. Or because you're still playing the best team in the league.
No, class is permanent.
You understand?
get form is
It's
temporary.
permanent.
You have to give it to them. Their opponent is the best team in Europe.
Because those chances are going to come. Spurs were a bit lucky. They didn't convert those chances early. Because it could have been a different game again.
Yeah,
So
true.
when you go to Anfield, they can have one chance and they score it. And when that happens, you realize you are playing a completely different game. So in that regard, yeah, more pressure
But
on Slot.
it would be a good game. It would be a good game. I don't fancy there'll be a lot of goals in it. I don't. I think Pep will play with a lot more control. Because I don't think he wants.
He wants to lose.
He won't want what
That's the
happened
point.
against Spurs to happen, because that midfield, if I talked about that midfield, when
if
I
he
saw
plays
it, I
as
thought,
11, he's going to lose.
I thought, I don't know why the Spurs manager went to, okay, maybe because of Bentancur's suspension, to have, what's his name? The Malian guy.
Okay.
Yves Bissouma.
Yves Bissouma.
And the Senegalese
Papa
guy.
Matessa.
Too much energy in
Go
midfield,
and watch that game again. They were pressing Rico Lewis like bread.
Yeah.
Every time they pass to Rico Lewis,
because-
they press her like say they won't kill him.
Because there's so much energy in that midfield, and Madison was different class. I thought that in possession, out of possession, he was different class. So against Liverpool, it would be different. I think he won more control. He won more control. He wouldn't play. He will play a lot more with the players keeping the ball more and not trying to break at every point. Because if you go toe to toe with Liverpool in that sense at Anfield.
You know another thing. You know another thing that can play
What
to
do
the hands of.
you think is missing more? the midfielders or the defenders.
No, I think they're
The
missing
midfielders.
I think they're missing Rodri. They don't want to admit it.
No, they've admitted it already.
They're missing that protection,
don't be this
Rodri.
bad.
No.
Bro, they are missing.
See, when Man City play with Rodri, and that's why I keep telling people who say, "Oh, this guy stole the Ballon d'Or." When you take
Let's not go back to Ballon d'Or.
no. When you take a player like that out of a team, and his presence in the team is that obvious,
Senior man,
that
what
guy,
are we not
that guy
agree?
is the reason City play the way they play.
Senior
shouldn't
man,
be
what
this
I will
bad
not
now, that's
agree,
the point.
what I will not agree to,
Shouldn't be this bad.
we have established the Rodri importance in City. What I will not agree to is, we missed Rodri so much.
No, I asked a question. The question is, what do you think they miss more?
I think the midfield.
midfielders
I think the
or the
midfield.
defenders?
The midfield.
I think the midfield.
Because I have a
right?
different opinion. I think they miss the defenders more.
I think the midfield. And look at another thing.
This guy is injured. Ruben Diaz is injured.
Diaz
Pep
injured,
says-
Stones injured.
Hold on. Pep says
Stone-
after the
Stone
game.
gets injured
Hold on.
every-
Pep
every
says
game
after
market
the
day.
game, if I have all my defenders, I probably play Akonji or Stones in midfield.
Exactly.
But guess what? Nathan Ake is on the bench. Why is Vadio playing as a left back? Why
Net-
doesn't
Netaki is just
Vadio?
coming back.
Nathan Ake has been back for how long? He's been on the bench for like how many games now?
When somebody's back on the bench, does not mean they are ready to play.
No, it does not also mean they have to play or they have to be on the bench for the entirety of the game.
Hold on,
They've been
hold on.
back since. Is it
hold
not
on.
the same way?
Hold on.
What's his name?
If KDB
De Bruyne has been back and he's coming in
if KDB did
from
not
the
come out-
bench.
Now, if KDB did not
Fine,
come out to
you
say
know
that,
the game too much
hold
to say
on,
about
Fred.
this.
If KDB did not come out to say that, he's not in a right state. Nobody will believe. People would have thought, "Oh, why did Pep not?" KDB came out to say
Bros,
that. He
once a player is
he
back-
said he's not feeling. He's not feeling
Once a
himself.
player is back from
That's what he
injury,
said.
we know that they don't throw them into the thick of things immediately. You start from the bench, they give you a few minutes to get you to match level. What I'm saying is, Nathan Ake has been back for more than 3 games on the bench.
Then,
I'm not
right?
sure- I'm not
then
sure
no,
about
no.
that.
The question you ask yourself, right?
And you
is-
now need him again.
Hold
as a
on.
matter of
You
importance.
think you will need?
Hold on now.
Ake and
Hold on.
put him
Hold
on
on.
the bench?
The question you ask yourself is:
There's something
Do you
wrong
think
there.
that Pep doesn't want to play the best players on the pitch?
As in,
No, but we've seen Pep
No,
before. But
no,
it's
no.
it's
As
the
this
same
is-
Pep we've
this
seen before
situation,
that he has
there's
made.
no way-
We've
there's
seen
no way
Pep
you will not
before.
play your best. Where you don't lose
we've
five.
seen Pep before do
Trust me.
tweakings.
Trust
not this one.
To-
Not this
Which
one.
one be not this one?
Where
Did he
you
not
don't
come to
lose
the
five.
Champions
Where
League
pressure
final
don't dey.
and put somebody on the bench?
Where you don't lose five. Where pressure don't dey. You cannot try it.
Sometimes the medical team clears a player and says. Sometimes the medical
Let
team
him just get minutes.
Sometimes the medical team doesn't clear a player, but the player tells the coach,
I'm fine.
"Coach, I'll give you one.
I'll play.
I'll give you something."
Even in a minute.
Now the coach talks to the medical team and says, "Why didn't you clear the player?" They say, "This is." You put him on the bench regardless, right? But you also have a responsibility to the player to make sure that you don't prioritize short-term gains. You get for
Yeah,
long time,
yeah, true.
long-term deficits. So a player can be on the bench, but he knows that this would be against the advice of the medical team.
I agree with all these
And
things.
when you have that many injuries, sometimes you want to put players on the bench because you need to make up the bench. Do you understand? So I don't think that. I think one thing we have to agree here, and the guys on this table, you guys know the game, right? To a good extent. But one thing we have to always give preference to is that the managers see the players more
Yeah, of course.
and know the players more, right? And in extreme circumstances,
And they want to win more than
and they
you.
want to win more than you.
Yeah.
do.
But here's what I'm speaking to, because it has happened before. It has happened multiple times before.
Not
Trust
when-
me,
but
trust
not
me.
when you were losing.
Trust me.
Relax.
But not when
now.
you were losing.
If
Or
Pep
Pep Guardiola,
Ake,
or
not
Pep
when you were
Guardiola,
when they were
Not be
losing.
this period.
If De Bruyne-
When they were
If
fight,
when
if
they
now
were
you, if now you say
Guardiola went into the Champions League final and put one of his most important players on the bench.
That's the
That
difference.
was
Ronnie wasn't that important at the time.
He
That
was
one,
Man City
that one, he didn't know
important.
what
Let's
he did
forget-
not know what is in his front. That one, he don't know what's in there in front.
You
This
get-
one, you don't see what's in there. You don't lose 4 games. 4
No,
games,
not
bro.
when he's losing.
Four
You can,
games.
you can do funny things when you are flying high.
Yeah,
You
of course,
understand?
of course. Not when you are losing.
That is a confidence high. It's like I mean,
Can someone
why I no
explain
fit
to
do am?
me? Can someone explain to me why you're playing against a midfield of Metasa, Bissouma, and Madison, and you play Gondoran, Bernardo Silva, and Rico Lewis? Cause it's what? Why?
Again, when you
Because it's Spurs.
when you start this conversation,
I love
right?
that.
I told you. I said,
Because
look,
it's Spurs don't get
when you start
sense.
this conversation, right? Sorry, guys. I said,
Spurs
look,
don't get sense.
Pep is the only manager that I've seen play
Play.
David Silva, Bernardo Silva, and maybe one holding midfielder. You
But
understand?
that's what I'm saying. Now Pep they do
No,
am.
no.
Why else would that Pep doesn't do these things before?
Hold on. Before you, I wasn't coming to where you're going to. The reason he has
He don't enter one way back.
the reason he
He don't
has done
enter one way
it
back.
is because Pep plays. Bernardo Silva is okay. What was the problem? What was the player you didn't want to see there? Rico Lewis is your problem there, right?
No, I just think you are going to
Hold
play
on
against
now.
so much physicality.
Hold
you
on.
are going to lose.
Hold on. Is it
You are going to lose the physical battle in
hold on,
midfield.
hold on.
Think say go
Hold on.
work with that. No be say
Pep,
you don't know.
Exactly the point. That's
No.
what Pep does. That's what
No.
he thinks will work based on
No.
whatever system he wants to play.
No.
That's what I'm saying.
With the best players that he thinks are good for that.
That's
game.
exactly what I am saying.
No. What you're
That's what
saying-
Pep does. You guys are telling me the reason he has done it is because of injuries. I am telling you
No.
that he could have. There's Martinez on the bench. There's Netanyahu on the bench. There's KDB. You said it's because of injury. Me, I'm telling you,
Ake
Pep
and-
does it normally.
Ake and
He has
KDB,
gone with
I can-
people that he believes, this system, they will do this job. That's what I'm saying.
No,
Listen.
but what we are saying is that this
Listen.
period is a different ball game.
you
So
can't-
which one are you talking exactly? You just said Pep does it because
That's what I'm
which one
saying.
are you saying?
Now,
Pick
now,
one.
Now, wait. At the talk, say the reason he might be doing this is because he feels that these are the players that I think can do it.
if you guys just quiet down, you would hear it, right? You said you lose the physical battle, and I'll tell you why. Pep always prioritizes control, irrespective of if he's playing against giants. Hold on, you're not going where you're going.
Oh yeah, now finish up.
Matheus Nunes is not a control player.
Okay.
One, KDB is not physically ready to play in central midfield, right? Who else is there on the bench? Netanyahu is not a midfield player. He's not going to play there.
And
Do you
he's not
understand?
ready to play.
Right. So the players he has played, Bernardo Silva, master of control, right? Gundogan,
Bernardo Silva is not master of
He's a
control.
master of control.
He is not.
No.
Bernardo Silva is an addition.
No.
He is not the
Bernardo
You are not
Silva-
put
Bernardo Silva-
in your team as
Bernardo-
the master
no.
of the control of your team.
Bernardo Silva-
that-
Bernardo
You say he's a
Silva-
master of
no,
control.
Bernardo Silva
that
is a
point.
master at control. Yes, he is.
No, he's not. He's somebody that you
Rufai,
play in addition.
Rufai.
He is not the
This
person that.
doesn't make sense.
Rufai.
There are not many players in the world, right, that are better at retaining the ball than Bernardo Silva.
Yes.
But that's a different conversation. Which one is?
That's what I'm
which one
saying.
is-
Simple.
You have to say. You say he's a master of control.
Yes.
Now you are
That's what
saying he
he's
retains the ball. That's two different things.
It's euphemism. No, listen.
They are two different things.
No, they're not two different things.
They are though. They are.
No, I'm the one that said it. You don't understand it. No.
I think
no.
what
They are two
what-
different
no,
things.
Hold on.
You be there are two different things. Because
No,
what he's saying is that
IBK, I don't need you. I don't need to play second fiddle.
Wait.
Hold on.
No,
I
it's
make the
not
point.
about-
No, hold on. I make the point. I explain it right. He's a master of control.
Yes.
Right. He's the best at ball retention. Right. In the world, there are not up to 10 players that are better
at retaining
at
the
retaining the
ball.
ball than Bernardo Silva. Right.
It's a different.
Hold on.
It's a
Hold
different
on.
statement
Hold
than he's a
on.
master of
Hold on.
control.
Hold
Make
on.
it
Hold
point,
on. Hold on.
make
Hold
it
on.
point.
Retaining the ball is equal to control.
He's
No,
not.
no, it's not. It's not. It's
Ah,
not. It's not.
especially
No,
in this context.
It's not. In this context,
Especially in
no.
this context, I am saying.
You don't know what I'm talking about. No.
Now, controlling the
No.
ball, I feel is someone like KDB, where you see them
You are
make
off.
decisions.
Trust me, you're off.
Where they make decisions.
IBK.
Decision making is controlling the
IBK,
ball,
you are
not retaining the ball.
IBK, you are off.
Decision making is controlling the
IBK,
game,
you-
not retaining the ball.
Trust me. This is
That's it
trust
now.
me. This is not where you come in.
Decision making.
Right?
Okay,
I'll
make
have-
your point.
I'll
Okay,
have
make
him
your
come
point.
back.
Make your point.
It's a euphemism, right? And I don't need to say football. English is not mathematics, so
Yeah.
1 + 1 doesn't have to be 2, right?
Sure, definitely.
So when I make the point and say he's a master of control, right? You have to understand the context in which you're speaking about.
Because the
Hold on,
context you are
hold
speaking
on,
about is
hold on,
Pep
hold on.
prefers
If you just let me finish.
controlling his
Hold on,
team. That's context.
If you just let me finish, right? I said Kevin De Bruyne cannot play the game.
No, that's not the first
Hold
thing. You
on,
said Pep
hold on.
would rather Pep
Hold on.
prefers control
Listen,
in his
hold on.
team.
Listen,
That's what you
I
said.
said it, so I know what I said.
Hold
right?
on, Abeg. Hold
Right,
on.
I said it,
Make
right?
finish point.
Pep Guardiola, you talk about physicality in the game. If you go for physicality, you don't have the players to do it. And Pep, over time, has always proven that if you have Pogba, Fellaini, and Co on the team, I would play the players that can retain the ball most. Because guess what? If we have the ball more, that means that we will control the game regardless. So you see the point, right? If we have the ball more, we'll control the game regardless.
You have made the point I've been making about Pep since. Go on.
No. The players that played in that position are not different from the players who would naturally play there. The difference is Rico Lewis. And we've all agreed here that Rico Lewis is one of the best players that has been brought into the team, right? The difference is that the game of that magnitude is a bit too early for him in the stage where their confidence is fragile, right? Gundogan is an established central midfield player, right? As the career evolved, he evolved his game to arriving in the box more. But we Gundogan from 2013.
Yeah.
He's a central midfield player.
Yeah, of
in
course.
fact, I dare say he started as a destroyer, then box to box.
Yeah.
Right? Then decided to go into. So
I also dare
hold on,
say Gundogan
hold
has
on.
never been given the responsibility
Hold on.
to be the controller of any
Hold
top
on.
game
You are going
by
to-
himself in
don't,
his team.
don't shift goalposts.
None.
Don't shift goalposts. Stay with me. Stay
It's
with me.
the same thing.
Stay with
None.
me. Stay with me.
You're not playing with Rico Lewis.
Rico Lewis is the only player in that team that you can say, if we have a better player, then he has to play. And you speak about Matheus Nunes. Matheus Nunes is not a player that can retain the ball.
Yeah. It's
Matheus
more-
Nunes is a transitional player.
Yeah, more of a
and
runner.
Pep, as you know, right, prefers people that can keep the ball.
Please get to your
now,
point.
in that breath, right? Listen, in that breath, I said, in that team, in that formation, Bernardo Silva's choice of playing there, he's a master of control, right? If you don't understand that, then you don't understand the game.
It's simple thing.
That's
Okay,
simple-
you are
it's
done.
simple-
Now,
it's
let me
simple-
educate
it's
you a
simple
few
as that.
things.
No, you don't.
Now, let me
It's true.
educate you a few things.
You get
What you
if
said
I
was
say Bernardo Silva
straightforward.
is a
When
master
we
of control,
don't
you
call
don't
you
understand.
out, when what you said was straightforward. Now that I've called you out, and I've said it on this show. I take credit in it. I take pride in it. If you say something that I don't think sits well, I'm gonna call you out on it. And now let me now break things down for you. You said something very simple.
you understand it, doesn't
You
mean
said
you call me
something
out.
very simple, right? Bernardo Silva is a master of control.
Yes.
Yeah.
Off the back of Pep prefers control in his team. That's what you said,
So what's the problem there?
right? And me.
So what's the problem there?
And me.
So what's the problem there?
Can you?
So what's the problem there?
Pipe blue.
You be
And me,
what's the problem
And
there?
me,
Wait, make him talk.
I'm
You
coming
said don't
from the
talk.
part of this man picked that selection because that's what he wants to do. Those are the players he wants to play. Not necessarily because now injuries condition him so much, make him play those players. Because
Bullshit.
if he wanted something
Bullshit.
that could have protected his team from what killed him in midfield, he could have played some other players.
couldn't.
Now, moving on.
That
Moving
Matheus
on.
Nunes
Which
guy.
players could he play?
I watched him in the last game
Make I go.
before Spurs.
Who could he have played?
That guy was horrible.
Now,
That Matheus Nunes guy was.
You then said Bernardo Silva is a master of control in the
Now, there I
context
met-
of saying
yes.
Pep prefers control in his
Control,
team.
yeah,
I said
yeah.
no, he's not. You then said he is the best. No, there are very few people that are better than him.
That can retain the ball.
And retain the ball. Those are two
Facts.
different things.
Facts.
You are speaking
That's-
that
about
one are fact, normal.
Pep preferring control in his team, and then you said Bernardo Silva is a master of control. I said no.
No, but-
it's a different thing from saying Bernardo Silva. There are very few people that can
So-
retain the ball more
so-
than him. There are two different things.
so-
That's what I call you out
Yeah,
on.
I'm still. You have not made the point.
Rufai,
Can I,
hold on.
did you
Rufai,
hear what I
you
said?
haven't made the
No, I
point.
heard you.
Those are the two different things
Rufai,
that I've talked
Rufai,
about.
Rufai.
Bernardo Silva is one of the best at retaining the ball.
Not
He's a
control-
different
not
thing.
controlling the
to-
game.
He's a master of control.
He's a master.
Yeah, there are
of
two different
control.
things when you are
Control
speaking
what?
about
In
the
the
context of
Hold
Pep
on.
prefers control in his
Hold
team.
on, fine.
You are not going to set a team and say Bernardo Silva because he retains the ball. He's one of the best at retaining the ball. He is the controller that sets the tone for your team.
That's
he
your-
does it very
no,
well.
that's
he
your-
is a-
that's
it
your-
comes in partnership
No.
with other people that you
Again,
put there.
again, I
you
cannot-
said he's a master of
I cannot
control
say
off the
something-
back of saying Pep prefers control in his team. That's why he has played those players.
Right, you've landed, right?
That's what you said.
Rufai,
I said
get
it.
your point. Rufai, I get your
If
point.
hold on me, right?
Okay.
If I make a point, right, and you lose the entire context, right, and you're looking for the semantic.
You don't be
understand?
jumping up and
No,
down.
hold on.
I have said what you
Hold
said.
on.
No, what I will not allow
you
you to
cannot
do
say
is
what
try
I
and twist anything.
But you
No,
be-
Did you say,
you
no, let's break it down. Let's
Listen,
not be jumping up and down.
listen.
Relax, let's break it down.
Context is-
No, relax, let's break it down. Did you say Pep Guardiola prefers control in his team before you then said Bernardo Silva is a master of control? Please answer this question.
I said this, so I will say it, so you don't have to say it for me.
Answer my question.
Can you let
This
me-
question I
No.
just asked you. No. Let's not get things
I
wrong.
asked you- no,
Yeah,
no.
Did you
I
say
did,
this?
yes, I did.
or not?
Yes, in talk camp, continue.
Rufai,
Exactly.
Rufai.
So what are you talking about? The missing context.
Because you missed the
I
context.
said the exact thing that you said.
No, context is crucial, right?
Oh yeah, give me the
Okay, so
context.
what's
Don't
the
say
context?
it.
What's
That's
the
why we have to
context?
listen. You have to listen to hear the context.
I didn't
Then-
hear now.
Again, when we have conversations, right, look for the context, not the semantics.
The context is the main reason why I disagree
You
with Bernardo
understand?
Silva is a master of
If
control.
I tell
now
you
your
that,
context, don't make me
if I
disagree.
tell you, look, this conversation started because, I'll break it down for you because you clearly don't understand it, right? So this is it, right? You say Pep played that team. Pep played that team because, he could have played without midfield. I'm telling you, that midfield is the best midfield he could play, right? And you said you could have
I don't agree with that. Because why you lost in midfield was physicality. In my opinion, that's why you lost.
Hold on.
That's why you lost the midfield battle.
Let's
Simple.
Let's wrap it up. Let's wrap to you. You understand? Doesn't mean it's right. You understand? So Matheus Nunes is the next midfielder they have on the bench.
Yeah,
right?
he's not good
And
enough.
he's not a central midfielder.
Remember when I started speaking about it, I said I did not talk about somebody playing somewhere. I'm talking about putting physicality.
Okay.
I said it. Don't miss this thing. Because now you the shout, don't miss my content. Don't say nothing I didn't say.
Listen.
Relax, pipe low.
Listen.
Relax. So
You said
Man has
Nunes,
to
right?
relax.
And we have agreed here. Can Nunes play?
And I did not only say Nunes because you keep saying things I didn't say. I also said after the game, Pep Guardiola said if I had all my players, I would have played Akonji in midfield. Well, you could have played Netanyahu.
No,
I said it too. I said you could have played Netanyahu at left back. Left back, you go to centre back and play Akonji in midfield. You say Akonji is not ready. He's not fit. What I'm saying is I gave two options. I didn't say, Martinez must come and play CM. I didn't say that. Don't misrepresent what I said.
No. What you said, right, was clearly from I want to criticize Pep Guardiola. Do you understand?
You
right?
see, I've told you this thing before. I've told you this thing before, my guy. When you say things and people don't agree with you, you see, you have gone on and said, "Oh, you don't understand." Be relaxed.
You want to criticize?
You have gone on and said. You have gone on and said. Oh, you missed my context. Yo, me, I am telling you now that don't say things I didn't say. I have gone back and said the things I said. You are not the only one here. They confirmed what I said. Don't go and say things I didn't say.
You said
I gave two options. I didn't say Martinez must play center midfield. I never said that.
And who
I said you lost that midfield because I thought you lost the physical battle.
And you said
I said you could have added physicality in midfield if you wanted. That's what I said.
You said Martinez was on the bench, right?
Yes, and I also mentioned saying, you could have played Akonji in midfield. So why didn't you do it? Why you could have played Ake at left back? You said injury. No, that's not the point. The point is I am saying I did not say Matheus Nunes must play center midfield. Don't misrepresent what I said.
He has made his point.
No,
he has made your point.
He has made the point only after. Only after
finish him for that
we have
event.
said
Finish him for that
only
event.
after we have called him back on the reason why that could not have been done.
I think we should
finish him for that event.
I think we should adjourn it to 1st December.
Anyway, we will make.
I said Rufai Wole. Please.
Context is always on this table. On this table.
Make that context.
On this table.
I beg. I need you.
On this table.
Make the context.
On this table, Rufai, always listen for the context.
Make the context.
Because
don't keep quiet. Make the context.
We have moved on from it.
To be very honest, right? I agree with you.
But I don't care if you agree with me, my guy. I don't care if you agree with me.
I'm just telling you
on
that
this table, context
I agree with you.
is crucial.
Make your context.
But also,
always listen for the context. Don't listen for the semantics.
If you
That's
look
all
at,
I'll say.
You can't say something and say, don't listen for what I don't say. What kind of
John K. Wetin witness dey fine for court. You wan go clean.
Don't listen for the context. Don't listen for the semantics.
You decide. Wetin witness dey fine for court.
Anyway,
moving on.
The last thing I want to speak about, right? The last thing I want to speak about, right? And again, let's relax and hear for the context, right?
I mean, no context again.
Right.
That's the reality.
I think
there's
that
no context that you have that we didn't get.
Why I said it is because if you let me finish, right? You have to listen for it. You have to let me finish because this conversation is about Rodri, right? So because it's Rodri, I have to be careful for you to listen for it again, right? I think that I feel like this is the worst. This is the most terrible Ballon d'Or tour I've ever seen, right? And again, I wanted Rodri to win the Ballon d'Or. I think he deserves it, right? From footballing perspective, I think he deserves it. Should win it, right? Because we're clearly getting out of the era of the Cristiano Messi. That was an unrivaled era. That was an aberration.
Operation.
And we're clearly at the end of it, right? So I want to see more footballers win it, right? More, not again context like footballers, people that can play, not just scorers, right? But the comments I've seen, the quotes attributed to him over the last 2 weeks, have been a complete embarrassment. I don't think I've seen somebody speak so much bullshit, right? Like ever. Like I thought that Dani Alves was Dani Alves is probably one of the most needs to have his mouth zipped, right? I thought Xavi said a lot of bullshit as well when he was playing, right? Who else spoke a lot of nonsense? You know, Barcelona players had that thing about them. But in the last 2 weeks, Rodri has said things like Cristiano is not talented. You know,
Nonsense.
I've seen things like Vinicius should focus on his game. You know, and you know, not focus on the other things. Things, you know, I'm paraphrasing now, but things in that regard. And I was just wondering, what happened to you doing your victory lap, right?
Just being
and
gracious.
saying, I'm just being gracious. No, just limiting it to yourself and saying, look, I worked all my life to be here.
Yeah.
Right? And I didn't think I would be a Ballon d'Or winner, but I'm here. What happened to, like, what's the point of, at every juncture, putting in comparisons?
Yeah.
Oh, when Messi won it, Cristiano wasn't talented, but he scored a lot of goals.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is absolute tripe.
It is.
And I don't know if it's for lack of media training, right? But for a guy who is naturally very recluse, you know, you don't see him in social media, I feel like this one time he had to speak, he has made a total, absolute mess of it. When Modric won the Ballon d'Or, right? And again, don't forget, there was more pushback than this one. There was more pushback as to if he deserves it or not.
Yeah.
This one, there, you can say there's half and half. That, oh, Rodri deserves it, Vinicius should win it, right? I think Modric was just like, he just went into his shell, won the Ballon d'Or. The rest is up for debate. Do you get? But it almost feels like this win has been undone by the mentality of Rodri. You know, and he was one of the ones that said, you know, we were drunk during the FA Cup final. That's why we lost it. So I'm now looking for his comments. I'm saying, oh, this guy has a track record of saying nonsense.
So the Cristiano Ronaldo thing, I saw it and I thought it was absolute rubbish. And make no mistake about it, if you're watching, I'm pro Messi. You know, I think Messi is the greatest footballer we've ever seen.
Please, I do that opinion. I don't know why you needed to hate.
No, I needed to.
This same thing when I talk about Rodri now.
Yeah.
That's what you can say.
In my opinion, you know, that's why I say I'm pro Messi. Before I say what I want to say.
So context.
You know, so context.
Right.
So this talk about Ronaldo not being talented, you know, when I see it and I just, I you know, and I think it's people who didn't watch football in when Ronaldo started playing. You know, people who didn't watch football when Ronaldo, you know, busted into the scene. Shout out to Micah. You know, busted into the scene at United. People who didn't know Ronaldo, you know, this trembling teenager of touch and tease. You know, they didn't see Ronaldo that talk about talent.
They didn't see Ronaldo.
No, they didn't see. I see what you did.
I see what you did there.
You know, they didn't see Cristiano Ronaldo at his teenage years. These are the people who talk about talent because, you know, I don't understand when people talk about talent. You know, people talk about, you know, hard work. What is the meaning of hard work? What does it mean? You know, because for me, see talent. Alan Shearer said this, and when Alan Shearer says something, you have to respect it because Alan Shearer has scored more goals than anyone.
No, I don't have to respect it.
No, you have to,
to listen to it first.
You know, you have to listen to what he said because he involves goal scoring. He said goal scorers are born; they are not made. Alan Shearer said it. They are born. The instincts inside Haaland is not inside Havertz. He's not inside Harvard. He's not inside.
He's not inside Lukaku.
He's
not-
that's not fun.
You know,
He's not inside Lukaku. You get? And I don't mean to disrespect Lukaku.
he's not inside him. What is inside Haaland's body that makes Haaland makes the run he makes to be in the positions he finds himself? Those things were inborn, and that's talent. And that's what Ronaldo has. Ronaldo has that thing to put himself in a position where, because in terms of, you know, to use that in Hazard's was pure talent, pure football.
Another shit talker.
In nonsense. But in terms of, I can play ball. In terms of, I have the skill to mesmerize people. I don't think Ronaldo can say he had it more than Neymar. Because Neymar is in terms of, I can dazzle.
It's two different things entirely.
No.
Two different things entirely.
In terms of, I can dazzle.
Dazzling not football.
No, I can get on the pitch and just mesmerize people.
That's not football.
No, that's what I'm saying. There's certain things people have, just like J.J. Okocha. There are very few people in the game who played football before and play now who could do some things with J.J. Okocha.
But that's not football.
No, but I'm just talking That is natural talent.
That's natural talent. Like that's skill.
Yeah.
That's not football. You have to remember that football is a team sport.
Exactly.
Do you get?
So when they say Ronaldo is not talented, he worked hard. I just don't understand the concept behind it. I don't.
I have to disagree with you a little bit. I think that when you say that, I think it's people who didn't watch Ronaldo when he started that are talking about he didn't have talent. I think you are giving them a little bit of credit. People like Rodri, I think you are giving credit. Oh, they didn't watch him, that's why they think he doesn't have talent. No, I don't think it's because they don't watch him. I think they are just bumbling fools. I think they are just idiots. If you ever play football in your life, you know, not to talk or play to that level, you know what it takes to play football to that level. You'll be an absolute fool to look at someone like Ronaldo and say he doesn't have talent. It's plain simple. You will be
I think
a complete fool.
I think what he was
to look
trying
at
to
Ronaldo
explain,
and say he doesn't have talent. That's what it is.
What he was trying to explain in that context was the fact that it feels that Ronaldo's hard work has taken him to this level.
He's still saying
which
nonsense.
is not discrediting his talent.
No, he's still saying nonsense.
So there's a point.
When he carry Messi which way he did in an aeroplane.
No, there's a point he made.
People say Messi is hardworking as well.
See, there's a point he made which that was attributed to him. I don't know if he said it. He said that when he played against Ronaldo and Messi, that the idea was don't allow Ronaldo inside the 18-yard box.
I'm going to quote.
You know, he said that. And if you ask most players, so they would have the same opinion. You know,
I'm going to quote.
Ronaldo is deadly in that space. Don't let him have any space. But when he played with Messi, that Messi was dangerous anywhere he was on the pitch.
He lied. Ronaldo was dangerous from anywhere.
No. But the point is,
In fact, Ronaldo was dangerous from anywhere.
From anywhere. Now Messi.
No, the point is,
Which one they mark Messi for 30 yards?
Wait. If Messi picks the ball up outside of your 18-yard box,
Leave him there.
Let's be honest. If Messi picks the ball up outside of your 18-yard box, let's be honest, and Ronaldo picks the ball up out of your 18-yard box, who's more deadly?
Ronaldo.
No, it's Messi.
Let me ask you.
You know why? You know what?
Let's sort this out.
Let me read the comments that that started
so that we get exactly what he said.
That started this conversation, right? There are two actually. The first one is Cristiano was able to match Lionel Messi without any natural talent. That's
you are a fool.
From here.
That's BS.
You
are a fool.
From here,
That's
this
BS.
is
You are a fool.
Did you quote him?
No.
no. Now you
Now
are
Obasanjo quote.
Without natural talent.
right. Without any natural talent. But
BS.
as players,
That's BS.
right? So that's the first phase of it, right?
Yeah.
But as players who faced them both, we know the difference. With Cristiano, we didn't want him to enter the box because he was deadly there. But with Messi, he will be dangerous with getting the ball anywhere on the pitch. And I think that this is even more tripe.
No, he's not.
No, he's
You
not.
know,
So this is the question I want to ask.
This second part.
Before you
The
go
first
on,
part,
before
absolute
you go on,
BS.
let me ask this question. Why was it that the teams that went and played prime Barcelona, so prime Messi, the teams that went and played them in a low block, the Chelsea then, the Mourinho Inter Milan, why was it that those kind of teams were able to silence Messi as compared to when those kind of teams play Ronaldo? Now we're talking Ronaldo, not the Ronaldo that just Nana ended up waiting for crosses for him to head. We're talking the Ronaldo that was playing as a left winger when he first moved to Real Madrid. That's who we're talking about. Why was it that those teams that played those low blocks were able to keep Messi at bay, sometimes for 180 minutes of football, when they go and play that way? Remember, we're talking about who is more deadly outside of him. Remember, that's what we're talking about.
Hold on.
I don't think they kept Messi
I'll ask a
as
simple
big.
question.
Bro,
is it a
history
coincidence?
is
I mentioned Chelsea, I
History
mentioned
is
Inter
littered-
Milan, I mentioned, you don't wine?
History is littered with teams that were able to say, you know what, this Messi here,
You will not see anything here.
don't let him come inside this area.
No, hold on.
That outside that area.
Ronaldo
let him
was
stay there.
cutting 35, 40 year old.
But Ronaldo as well in big games.
Hold on.
Chairman,
This thing are both
Stay,
ways.
no,
Now both ways, Abi.
Hold on.
Now both ways, Abi.
Yes.
So you agree, say
Nah,
50-50,
bullshit. No.
draw 1-1.
Now both ways. They hold Messi, they hold Ronaldo. Now
So
both
you
ways.
agree, say that draw.
So you agree that draw.
So you agree, say that draw.
If you agree that,
Now
then you have
draw,
to
I
agree
can
that
agree
this
that
bullshit.
too.
Rufai?
If you agree, say that draw. Me say if I can agree.
Rufai, I don't know about these stats, but I have a feeling Messi has had more assists than Ronaldo in his career.
Yes, of course.
Is it a coincidence that Messi has had more assists than Ronaldo?
No, it's not.
You know why it's not?
But it's not as a result of who's more dangerous outside.
Shut up.
Yeah.
I think Lampard has more assists than Paul Scholes.
No, hold on.
No.
Of course.
Of course, that what?
Lampard played. Paul Scholes was a deep line playmaker. Lampard was not.
No,
a deep
Paul
line
Scholes was a
playmaker.
deep line playmaker later on. Paul Scholes was a deep line. Yes or no?
Yes, now.
He was a deep line playmaker later on.
Wait.
Hold on.
But you know, see their own
The
time.
reason
No.
Messi. The reason.
I'm just telling you
the
that
reason
stats.
Messi
That
has
stats.
more assists.
No, the reason Messi
Hold on.
had
Who's
more
I play ball?
assists.
Who's I play ball past Paul Scholes or Lampard?
What kind of nonsense question is that?
You don't get.
What kind of nonsense
You
question
know,
is that?
but person. But Lampard get more assists.
No, hold on.
And goals.
No, hold on.
Than Paul Scholes.
Allow me, I talk now.
Oh yeah, now.
The reason Messi has had more assists
Yeah.
than Ronaldo, clearly, is because Messi is more involved outside the
box.
18 more than he is involved inside the 18.
But this is not equal to he's more dangerous outside the box
No,
than Ronaldo.
now the point is,
Let's
the
say
point
Lucas.
is,
Now,
the
Let's say
point
Lucas
is,
is the
the
difference.
point-
Now,
the point is,
Is De Bruyne not dangerous outside the box?
Oh,
the
Jim.
point is, Messi, the truth, or if you are being honest, and I asked
What
a
do you mean
simple,
if you are being honest?
if I asked a simple question, I said, outside your 18, like if you are the opponent against Messi, if Messi picks up the ball on the edge of outside your 18,
Me, I've
Between God
asked
and
you-
man.
Me, I've asked you this same question.
Between God and man.
Me, I've asked you.
Between God and man.
talk through.
If I see Messi outside my 18, you understand? I say, boys, let's fall back. Leave that man
him
there.
there.
You know what?
I've asked
I'm
a question.
serious.
Wait, I've asked a question.
why?
2009. Wait.
That's why I said-
Wait.
Leave him there.
2009. I've asked a question.
That's why I said that-
2009.
that talk
Wait,
that
now
Rodri said, the first
2009.
part
Senior
is
man,
nonsense.
Senior man, 2009.
Cristiano, outside box.
2009.
You know, push ball.
Bros, wait.
No.
2009. Chelsea, Barcelona. You saw that game. In that same game, who do you think would have been more dangerous outside of Chelsea's box? In that same game, Ronaldo or Messi?
I'm not talking about Chelsea's box.
I just use an example now. You said outside the box.
Let me say that
You're
again.
being disingenuous.
Now you now where they did dishonest.
Una don't hear me. I said, if Chelsea were playing against Barcelona or Real Madrid, and
And
outside,
the same 2009 scenario.
Hold on,
we are
hold
on
on.
our in.
no, hold on. Barcelona, Messi just picked up the ball on the outside the box of Barcelona, not Chelsea.
I agree.
On Barcelona, not Chelsea.
I know.
Picked up the ball
In their box.
In their box outside,
Yes.
he picks up the ball,
Yes.
and Ronaldo picks up the ball in that mode, and Messi starts
You know
to
we have
run.
to define what this brother said.
Who will be more deadly?
Senior man, you
in
don't
that
add your-
position?
Senior man, you don't
know
add your own.
Where I was going was with Messi. Messi could pick a pass.
I agree.
Ronaldo cannot do it.
What do you mean Ronaldo cannot? Do you know how many assists Ronaldo has?
No. Ronaldo could not do it as consistently as Messi did.
Check the assist record of Messi.
I'm not
Ronaldo
saying
first.
Messi assists.
has had a lot of assists.
I beg, I want some question. I beg. I don't know if you fit check before you leave show. I beg. Messi assists past Ronaldo by 200. I wonder if
Do you understand?
Over 100.
No,
Over
you
100.
lie.
I don't know. I know
He's
if you
over
check out
100.
100K.
Me, I don't know. Me, I don't know.
So the point I was
Did
making.
you know say if we open this book?
Oh, yeah.
100,000, please.
Without
Check
that,
am.
see that.
We'll check out
That's
Champions
where
League, everything.
Where Rodri
Career, check am.
said
It's over 100.
that as players, Messi was more deadly. Peter
You
Drury.
don't add your own now.
No.
You say, oh, if he pick up for Barcelona box.
No.
For outside
No,
Barcelona,
but
he's
that's
not
what-
outside of Chelsea box. The man just
No,
said
I
he
didn't
was
say-
more dangerous outside the box. Now you dey talk.
That's not what he said. That's not what he said.
He
Read
was
that
more
thing
dangerous
again. Read
outside.
that
I
thing.
didn't-
I didn't
He said
I didn't
any
you go.
place.
Now can't pack.
I can't back now. You go pick up.
Read that thing
He
again.
tackle in his right.
No, read that thing
Why
again.
you no go there right?
Read
Look
that
Messi
thing.
in they talk
No,
about.
we no,
You
no.
dey crazy. Why no go there right?
Oh, yeah,
Messi
check the
Ronaldo
assist.
has
He's the greatest
Ronaldo
footballer
has-
the world has ever seen.
Ronaldo has waiting.
Ronaldo has 255.
It's not a problem.
Yeah,
I don't have any
Jeez.
problem with you. You say you say you did your house. I did my house.
Ronaldo is the second greatest player
How many
of
Messi
all
gets?
time.
I don't have a problem.
Messi get 474, right? Let's do the maths.
I don't
How
have a
many
problem.
Ronaldo
Give
get?
my money, I beg.
255.
I don't have a problem.
Bring my
He
phone.
passed
Bring-
up by one.
We not-
They don't collect your phone.
He won't collect. Oloshi.
He come on,
He
continue
dey-
talk.
Go polish you. Go polish you. Go polish you.
Bring 100 kg. You want to continue talk. You hear start.
this site. No.
You want to continue analysis?
said
Who
money
they
dey-
analyze with you? Who they analyze with you here?
They don't bring assist when Messi do when he did for La Masia.
The correct stat is actually 379, right?
They play
379. This is I was reading the wrong figure.
379. Oh yeah,
So-
now.
Hey, now he's over 100.
Relax
now. I said he's
now.
over
No, you said
100.
that 200 we talk about too.
No, I said he's over 100.
Relax
That be 200
now.
talk.
200 now.
I said
Relax
he's over. I
now.
bet you play this team. You play this team. Wale, I bet you play this team.
I said he's actually
Wale,
100. He said.
I said he's over 100.
200.
He's 124.
But I said he's over 100.
He said he's over 100.
I said he's over 100
Rufai,
now.
you've lost your phone.
No, you don't know. You've lost your ATM machine.
Me, I know they take Rufai phone before they find me come out. Take him collect his phone.
You get. So anyway,
Moving on,
let's
gentlemen.
move on. But
That thing Rodri said was nonsense. by the way.
people should.
It's nonsense.
And
It's nonsense.
now, they rate them now because I know they talk for social
and I
media.
hear a lot of pro Messi people say it. And when I
I
just
swear
when
the
I
guy,
when
he should
I hear
stop your
people say
Twitter.
when I hear football fans say it, I just think it's a lack of understanding.
No,
But
it is.
it's embarrassing when footballers start to say it.
Yeah.
Because to do what Ronaldo has done in his career and still doing.
He's very crazy. Rodri is very crazy.
Like to do what that man has done and still doing, scored twice yesterday for Al Nassr. So
No,
when
Rodri is
when
very
you
crazy.
say that doesn't take talent to be able to do it, the amount of goals he scored.
facts.
If you say that doesn't take talent to do, then you're an absolute idiot.
Something you should not say.
I mean, when fans say it, I understand. I just think that they don't understand football. But when
No, they're
football,
just banting. It's not that they don't understand football.
when footballers start to say it, is absolute nonsense.
You know, someone said this
Only round. For this 2024, you find easy phone. Take out now. Take out. Don't I fire you. Take out now.
someone said Vinicius. I think
Say
that's in
more than 100.
during international break where Brazil played Venezuela.
Yeah.
Vinicius tell one of the Venezuela players, say, I have 2 Champions Leagues and I play for Real Madrid. I play reply and say, say congrats, but where's your Ballon d'Or?
Yeah.
You go
He
pay now.
should stop this nonsense he's doing. I love Vinny. I think he's a brilliant
love him.
footballer. No, I love him. I think he's a brilliant
Vinny
footballer.
very good.
But the problem with Vinny is that you see all these people. When you say you want Ballon d'Or, it's all the great Brazilian players. They have one thing in common. They turned on the style for Brazil. If you are not turning on the style,
He has to fix that.
if you are not turning on the
fix
style
that.
for Brazil, you are not world class. Don't worry.
He has to fix that.
Because
He has to fix
you
that.
see the Neymar, you see Kaká, Ronaldinho,
Guy.
Adriano. You see all those players.
Rivaldo.
When they enter national
It's
team,
not entirely fair to him. A lot of those
It's not-
players play together.
oh yeah, exactly.
His brother
He's
is out
not.
there playing with
Richard-
carpenters and
Brilliant point.
Richarlison.
He's
Brilliant
doing
point.
carpenters and bricklayers.
Brilliant point.
Savinho.
Absolutely brilliant
But
point.
even
Savio is a
Neymar,
good player.
See, unfair.
Savio is a good
Neymar
player.
self.
Ogunki
Neymar
Savino.
didn't
He never
play
scored.
with
He
the
never scored 1 assist. He never get 1 assist. Good
Neymar
player.
didn't play with the best Brazilian squad
Savio has
as
not
well.
had one assist or one
One
goal.
goal. What kind of nonsense is that?
Baba, Neymar didn't play with
See,
the best
this point that
Brazilian
Rufai
squad.
made just countered everything I wanted to
Counter
say.
waiting.
He
Anyway,
countered.
anyway.
Who
He countered.
Osimhen the follow for Spy Good?
He
Osimhen had
countered.
over 20
Good players. He's playing with Ademola
over 20
Lookman.
goals.
Wait,
He's playing with Ademola Lookman.
Wait, how many goals does Osimhen don't score for national team?
Over 20 goals, 20 something
That's
goals.
not bad, though.
Are you whining
Of
me?
course, it's not bad.
That's not
I'm
bad,
going to
though.
give excuse for Vinny.
Because-
God go punish him for where he
Wait,
did.
Yekini scored
38
something.
37, 38.
something.
yeah.
Osimhen is going to smash that record.
Yes,
He
that's what you
will.
are saying,
He will.
yes.
I ain't gonna smash
He
him.
will.
He no go smash him.
IBK saying nonsense, but
There
Osimhen
are
will.
more games.
Which nonsense?
We did expanded
Which nonsense?
AFCON format.
Yeah.
I
The
know go
one
smash
that they
him.
give excuse for Vinicius.
You get there are more
God go
games
punish
now.
him.
You get-
excuse are
Say
they
you
giving
don't play with
Vinicius?
better players.
You are
The
saying
Charles know better.
But
The
he's
Charles
not
wey
playing with
don't
better
won
players.
Ballon d'Or.
That point is
The
there.
Charles wey don't won Ballon d'Or. Say make dem
Everything
no
where I
later.
want
Na
to
him
talk,
say
if I
no good.
don't kill him,
You no serious.
he's not playing with better players.
No, of course. Because
He's playing with players that are playing
They
at
said
Wolves.
Obasanjo was terrible during his time. He said, "Oh yeah, we agree. I beg, return the country."
I beg. I think go
We
down,
did.
man.
That terrible time.
that-
Just
Carry the
that
country
there.
like this. Keep up
We'll
for your
take that
legs.
terrible.
He
We
said
like
good luck,
it.
Jordan was it. He
Please take it back.
there. I'd rather be there.
I know. He said he didn't.
I'd rather buy field.
I agree with you. Oh. He was
rather buy
terrible. Oh.
field.
He was terrible.
I
Oh.
would rather buy field
Just-
120 naira.
Let's
Take it back.
say, for this, I say, those who don't die after Jonathan
Know what
election.
God do for them.
Say, you know, it's in God.
Don't be lying. Don't be lying. Anyway, I think
My
that
God. This country. Help us, Lord. The things where they come up for people mouth.
Person wey don die, you don't know wetin dey face for grave. You say you don't know wetin God do for am. You will never die. You know wetin God do for you.
This we say. Oh God.
Yeah, will kill you now so that.
You know wetin God do for you.
This country.
I said, people they talk about Twitter. Somebody say, one fine babe post picture. And one guy reply say when they want when they're about to take your life, I'll replace my. I say, what kind of idiot is this?
Bubbling fool.
What's gonna make you talk? What's gonna make you talk this thing when you talk?
Around fool.
They say when they won't kill you, I will put my life in front. Make you die, say make you die. So that when you die, which you can't deal with?
Oh God. Have mercy on you.
My God. Anyway, I feel like one of the nicest things about the Champions League format is that Real Madrid play Liverpool. On a random day, you just say, why did you play Liverpool?
We said it last time that we were a bit critical. Personally, I was with the new format. But what the new format has done is what they've solved the problem the Super League was trying to, Super League was.
He didn't solve it too.
No, he solved a bit of it because the Super League.
Now money now make these people they find.
But they also said
money.
Now money we know. The underlying fact is money. But the points they were using at the front line was you play useless games until you get to the quarterfinals. But I still remember Arsenal, that Inter Milan Arsenal game.
As a top quality game.
It was a really good football match.
Aside that one, even on this is match day 5.
Aston Villa,
This is match day 5, right?
Yes.
Right. Match day 5 for Champions League. They produce game like Liverpool, Real Madrid. At match day 5 normally, you know that this group is dead. I don't watch
of dead.
I'm not watching this.
Now Arsenal are going to Sporting Lisbon and they're saying it's a must-win
You
game.
understand?
It's a huge game.
Normally, big teams don't log off.
Arsenal, they play Nottingham Forest. Arteta keep Declan Rice. Keep Martinelli. Keep Havertz under wraps. He said, no, I don't want to talk. Because that match.
Match day 5.
So
they got it right.
They've got that right.
They got it right. And this is
maybe World Cup said we need something like that.
The moral of this story
Nigeria will get luck finally.
is that when change comes,
allow
a little bit, right? Allow a little bit. Should we include these guys in the predictions for the weekend?
Yeah, of course. Let's do that.
So, Bayern Munich play PSG today. I'm going to start with you, right?
Bayern Munich PSG.
He said this water. I don't understand. Now blood tonic I want before.
That's a funny guy.
Say this water.
Say this water.
Now blood tonic they ask you for.
That is a very implicated.
You want put me for wahala. Say this water. I don't understand. Which
I don't put that out.
Yeah, I don't
The fight doesn't want it out.
Who tell you? Say this water. Which are they asked for before? Hey God,
if you like me picking one collect something for you, say this is not juice. This is not juice. This is not juice. What I'm drinking this. It's like don't see us at the drink like that. You don't see that video where mama carry a book for inside.
Put for
5 alive.
Give people. See, when I was younger. When I was younger. When I was younger, I used to see people, when you walk, you're coming back from school, from secondary school, you see people at roadside bars or they'll be drinking beer. They'll be drinking beer.
That's like ruffle.
Eating chicken. They'll be eating. You'll be looking at them like, how is this drink so nice? Never tasted it before, so I didn't know what it tasted. So I felt like it was really nice. The first time I tasted alcohol, the way they used to drink it with a clean face.
You also have a person.
You drink, I'll be eating. When I first tasted alcohol, I said these people are all wicked people. Like, how can you be drinking something this bitter?
You keep straight face.
With this kind of straight face, you must keep us.
Now, so the first time I saw somebody eating beans, I just see I didn't do hand like this, carry Gary, do like this. I said, yeah, this guy will keep us. This guy will keep us. I said, what do you mean? What are you doing? He said, Gary. I said, I'm supposed to put in what I said.
But I like that combination that time, Sam. Makes sense.
Guy,
No, Gary and beans get the way they sweet, so he gets some Gary and
course,
beans
of
way they
course.
sweet.
Makes sense.
bro, don't try it with some kind of beans. Anyway, let's press the predictions and leave. Yes. Bayern Munich, PSG.
Bayern Munich, PSG. I think Bayern Munich will win. I think they have hit a purple patch. They're enjoying their football. Company is playing fantastic football. They're playing some really fantastic football. And that kid that you always talk about, Michael Olise, he's going to be a world-class footballer.
I thought he struggled against who they play. He struggled. Was it not Man City? Was it Arsenal?
Aston Villa.
No, Aston Villa. I thought he struggled. I thought he
Almost scored a worldie against them.
He almost,
Martinez almost scored a worldie. If that ball had gone in, my goodness.
He can hit them.
And they say Martinez is the best goalkeeper in the world now.
I think he is.
I think he is.
I think he is. He may not be really great with his feet, but
now goalkeeper,
I think Raya comes close.
I think Raya is going to get there in about a year or so.
Raya is becoming a very good goalkeeper.
But Courtois has been in and out with injuries.
Courtois is injuries. If injuries are not, Courtois is going to be dead.
That Courtois performance against Liverpool.
But I don't think Ter Stegen has ever. I don't think Ter Stegen has ever gone into that undisputed role.
No, he was in the kind of form that put him there.
I think the PR around him can be better.
Yeah, he was in that form. This thing that put him there.
When he's in form, is world class.
2 years ago, but you still had people like Neuer performing like crazy.
I think the Germany
Courtois performing so
that's what I'm saying. Like with all the greats, right? It doesn't matter who is performing at the same level as them.
Yeah.
I think that David De Gea had a 2-year period where you could say,
of course,
he's the number one. You cannot touch him.
That's true.
Neuer had a 4-year
time
period or 3-year period where you're like, this is probably the greatest goalkeeper I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I think with who
Courtois
else?
Had his own, like,
that Champions League winning before the last one.
That one they beat Liverpool.
That one you can tell that.
There's nothing Courtois would do in this life that Jurgen Klopp will forgive him.
I'm telling you.
That final against Liverpool.
That was, you can tell that this is the best goalkeeper in the world, right?
Yep.
But I don't think that Ter
Stegen has really had that time.
I don't think he's had that thing where everybody unanimously just agrees.
But you know Barcelona too. They nosedive.
So there's that.
Exactly. And his great years.
They
with those years
when playing the Champions League final.
His great years with those years, Barcelona were not at top because with all these goalkeepers we mentioned, Neuer, Courtois, their teams were at the top.
Yeah.
Because when you're doing well and your team is not doing well.
Yeah, I agree with that. So PSG, Bayern Munich.
Bayern Munich to win.
Bayern Munich to win, right? Okay. What's happening with Leverkusen? They play Salzburg.
Salzburg have been an absolute embarrassment. I think Leverkusen will win.
Leverkusen to win. Barcelona Brests. Barcelona lost or drew the weekend, no?
They drew. They considered 2 late goals against at the Balaidos against Celta Vigo.
As a flick, relax.
He was very angry. He was very angry.
As the thing about the style of football he's playing.
He came out. He called out.
I saw a stat about the amount of wins that Diego Simeone has had at Atletico Madrid, and it was staggering.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen that stat.
This season?
Yeah, no, career.
Totally.
Something 400 something wins.
Yeah, out of 700.
His son is also becoming a cult hero.
That boy good.
I was like, that is quite a stat.
He has an elder son who said he will never play for him, even if he like carry
down with Italy.
Yeah,
I didn't strange.
He did Napoli.
Simeone Inzaghi. He will never play for him.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
First son and the father always have a thing.
You know. No, there's a reason, because
are they estranged? Are they estranged?
No. They are family, but
like,
he just doesn't like to play for his father.
Pressure Tiwa.
I think they have the same personality.
Yeah,
they have the same personality.
Yeah. Sporting Arsenal. Sporting win 6-0.
Yeah.
I say, player, that coach, is that the one we should have taken? Sporting. 10 million.
Don't be just that. They write letter to Amorim.
They play the third division. I think they play the third.
I think what Chelsea do, where Brighton do Chelsea. They give Potter. Come on, deserve it.
Come collect deserve it. Chelsea fans say, God, that's who just signed.
That's the man we shall take it.
This is positional football. All these Chelsea fans on Twitter.
By the way, speaking of Chelsea, I just remember this. I think Leverkusen would benefit a lot from playing centre back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
he'll benefit a lot more from playing centre back.
I think
I watched the game against.
I was about to say something.
Who they play?
Talk up now.
Leicester.
Talk up now.
And of course, it was
You're
Leicester.
Is the best.
I think he's the best Chelsea centre back.
He is.
Of course.
He is now.
No.
He is the one with.
Nothing you want to. Now you can't hold.
He is now.
No, because I
better than Disasi.
I think Tosin Adarabioyo is a very good defender, but
there's a reason why he's not playing.
I think Tosin is a very good defender. I just
Tosin
you know,
is error prone,
with Levi Colwill, I just feel like he's more in control of himself.
that's
you
just
know?
it.
The other Chelsea
He's not
centre-backs-
sure of what he wants to do.
And he's a better passer of all
Yeah.
of them.
Oh no. So why I give him this credit? I give
if
him
this guy is fit for a long time, what's his name?
Fofana.
Fofana.
I think
Fofana
Fofana
is
is...
right back.
Fofana
No. I think Fofana, what
Fofana
I've
is
seen
going
this
to be
season,
very
for a guy
good.
that has had back-to-back
He's
ACLs,
very good.
No,
going to be
he's not very
good.
good.
I am
Oh my
okay.
God.
I love him.
I followed Fofana for many years.
Bro.
Fofana was partnering William Saliba Saint Etienne.
Yep.
That's the first time I knew about
Yep,
him.
you're right.
They were very young. You know? and those two and that defense.
Elite don't give this guy PTSD.
He's trauma.
The Elite and Maguire.
Fofana is a
I
very
saw him
good
right
centre
back
back.
last game, and I thought that.
Yeah.
That's last game. See,
I thought that-
When
But the guy
Arsenal
they play right back
signed
also.
Saliba, the season Arsenal signed Saliba
Yeah.
was the season Leicester signed
Signed
Fofana. And I used to be angry with Arteta. I say, if this Fofana can play in the Premier League, why can't Saliba play in the Premier League? So I think Fofana is going to be very good.
back-to-back ACLs. So.
That's why I said if he's fit for a very long time.
Okay.
A very good centre back.
No
A
wahala.
very good ball carrying
Yeah,
centre
ball
back.
carrier.
My
Yeah.
goodness.
No wahala.
I like him.
Let's
I like him.
let's
It's
Jokes aside.
aggressive too.
Yeah,
let's
jokes
leave it.
aside.
That aggressive now I don't like.
No, you need a centre back that's aggressive.
They play,
Because the
right.
other guy is calm.
Yeah, they
I
play.
like that one that is dominant. I don't think he's dominant. Do you get? You know, I
I
think
see
it's
what
like-
you I see.
I think
Yeah.
that's debatable.
Now, so
I think
buy the agree. I don't. No.
Buy no get sense.
I feel like why
But you know,
why I brought in
Van Dijk
Colwill.
is dominant, but not like overly
Oh,
aggressive.
yeah,
course,
John is
he's
dominant.
not.
He's
You get-
dominant.
You see,
dominant
you
presence.
see, you see how
Saliba is not aggressive, but he's dominant.
You see how Konate is.
Yes.
You see how Konate is very aggressive.
But he's also dominant.
He's not that dominant.
He's not
Not
that
that.
compared to Van Dijk.
As
No, of course
compared
not.
to Van
No,
Dijk.
no, Van Dijk
When I
is.
see a
he's
player
the
with Van
aggressive
Dijk,
one.
see,
Van
when
Dijk
I
is
see
here
a
now.
player take on Van Dijk, I always feel like he's a lost battle.
Yeah.
He's a lost battle. Like, no matter how good you are, if I see Vinny go
Or
one-on-one
not
with
to try against Van Dijk.
or not you do one leg over for guy, you see
He
how
can't do Sojunu.
Yeah, that
and then you
move,
play ball for street.
that move Premier League show I'm like how many times you just
You
have
do
to
like
say,
this, you can't do
you
something.
don't finally see player when they do football. Bro,
I want to make a make sense. That's a tall guy like
yes,
that.
now.
That's why we watch La Liga. Is it
They will show
No,
it.
Premier
as in-
League directors need to
They
go
are
and
foolish.
learn what
as in-
La Liga's production is better than.
It's
Premier League.
better. It's better.
Premier League directors need to go and learn work. All these broadcast directors, they need to go and
You
learn.
do better dribble. Show and make we
If
see
they have
am.
one skill like this, you go see La Liga, they go call it back. They will show it one,
Yes,
two
now.
times.
Wait,
Greatest
wait.
Champions League montage. Now that Mancini,
That leg over. My goodness.
bro, my goodness. I count that year 16.
What? He can't be like say that loop out.
Bro, 16. I count that year.
But our football don't finish. We
You
don't
know.
see leg over for game again. Nobody they do.
Especially for that
If
Premier
you say
League.
it, say it's serious now.
Now they happy for that Premier League. Say
That's
person
why
do this kind
I
thing.
they vex with people like Rod the way say Ronaldo no get talent. When Ronaldo come Premier League,
Do leg
Oh
over
my
unnecessarily.
Now they show
when
both
Ronaldo
well.
come
They show
Premier
both
League,
well.
Ronaldo will control ball, look you, come
Yes,
up for
now.
road, another person come up
My
for
bro.
How you go do? You don't get
Now
that
we-
leg over.
now
You
we-
don't get
watch that
talent.
video
Now
against
wetin that
Atletico Madrid.
idiot? Now wetin that idiot Jan Felix wan come do? They
That-
dey play serious game.
Oh,
Your team dey lose.
by the way,
Your team dey lose. You go dey find Kolo.
by the way, credit to where credit is due. He had, I think, for the first time I watched him in a
Yeah,
while.
I thought it was brilliant
last week.
against
No,
Leicester.
it was fantastic.
Yeah,
game.
he had a
Fantastic
very
game.
good game last week.
Fantastic
He had a very good
You
game.
know the first time. You know
And-
the first time I saw that boy, that I heard about this João Felix. He was when he was at Benfica. He said that he didn't know that he has gotten so popular that women are now sending him nudes. That's why I
You are
knew.
a serious
That's why I
person.
knew this boy is not a serious person. He,
Bro,
that waiting
make
to
I tell
enter your
you,
head.
match fee dey burn down. Jan Felix go dey find Kolo. Match fee dey burn down. I go like, is this guy
I
mad?
hate players like
You
that.
go dey put nutmeg. Nutmeg.
yeah.
Now so Neymar be when he first come. That's why they tell they go Godin. person
Godin
will be
wan
born
kill
you.
am.
They tell am say, may he come. You see say
so
na
Neymar-
Santos today. That one
That's
leave
what
ball. You
Neymar
know what
do
that
for
video?
Brazil.
That one leave ball. Leave all the ball.
Kick
Say,
am throw away.
if you like say they mad for Xavi tell am
No,
say we don't do that.
No.
You have to respect.
At a level.
See,
That's
in
how we
South
tell him now,
America,
see,
in South
don't do that
America,
to
that's how
Europe. You have
Neymar
to
used to
respect.
do. The videos that
Yeah,
they
we
used
saw
to
those
chase
videos
him
now.
down.
Yeah.
I go dey call
Players
defender
used to
like this.
chase him down to beat him up because what did that bros do for Brazilian league? For a Brazilian player to play in the league and then sign straight to Barcelona from the Brazilian league
Yeah.
for big money.
Yeah.
That boy play ball.
No,
it's good.
You see,
captain
I
at
heard
17, 18.
he bought a house in Dubai, 40 million. I said, hey, Jesus Christ.
Captain at 17, 18.
We opened that investigation. Bro, no, I'm serious. The money that Barcelona and those Santos exchange hands.
Things go on.
Nah, Rosel and
That money
Bartomeu.
even reach 800 million.
Rosel and Bartomeu.
Man,
Till
don't like me.
tomorrow, they didn't review the amount they paid
I
Santos.
didn't need for
Till
TV.
tomorrow,
for TV show.
they did not reveal it.
We
The
dey
amount they
talk.
pay Santos.
I say-
Because
I say-
they tell Goddy, make Goddy come. No, that's the way you go use your hands, they breathe for match. When striker will come, they use
Hold
it, they
on.
play again.
I didn't need for TV show. We did talk. I say, what do you make of Chelsea's expenditure? Nisi, I think it's money laundering.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Logo will get busy.
You want me to sue the whole TV
this
station?
show are syndicated. So NT they carry on, you know. So I get logo. I say with the pre-record. I say,
Please
cut
cut that nonsense out. God, I beg.
Please cut that thing.
You are an idiot.
Yeah,
The fact we walk for problem.
Are you a bubbling fool?
Which kind of Allah be
Okay.
this one?
DSS called you and say, okay. This is the way it talks.
explain what you mean by money
This is the way it
laundering.
talks. So show us the data.
Please define money laundering.
You did it when they did 20 transactions. They go on, yeah.
Really? Anyway, guys, let's go into the predictions for the weekend, man. Oh my god. Weekend predictions. Let's start with who? Let's start with
He was lucky. He didn't get a red card in that game.
Yeah, he was. That was a red
He
card.
was lucky.
Yeah.
It was a red
Maresca, they do good man. He said, I didn't think it was a red card. He got
No, of
this.
course, he-
Because he win now.
Now because he win now.
No,
Yes,
no, no.
sir.
Apart from that, he coached them. You know, he would.
Like us, he win now.
He coached those players, so
get it.
they
He was very good under Maresca. Truly.
yeah,
Truly.
He's the one who pushed him forward. now.
Yeah.
You know, Brighton Southampton. What do you think?
Branham Southampton. That's a South Coast derby. I think Brighton will win.
Brighton to win. That's a Friday night football game.
Friday night football
Under the floodlights.
under the floodlights.
Friday night game. Yeah.
Both teams to score.
Under the lights. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Southampton will score.
Brentford, Leicester.
Brentford, Leicester. New manager bounce. Leicester win or draw.
I would love to see if Root takes over at Leicester.
Yeah,
And Leicester.
he's been linked with the job.
Yeah. So
I'd love to see him on the touchline.
Yeah,
as
me
long as
too.
he wears those turtleneck.
yeah. Palace, Newcastle. Root dresses so well, man.
Good looking man. Palace, Newcastle. Palace to win.
Palace to win?
Newcastle.
At Palace.
Of course, yeah.
Palace to win.
Palace to win. Forest, Ipswich.
Forest, Ipswich. Forest to win.
By the way, I think that Kieran McKenna is a very good coach.
Yeah, he is.
He is.
You can tell that.
You can tell.
The fundamentals
There's-
of how he sees.
Their play is solid.
Solid.
They just need more quality.
Just need more
players.
quality to execute it.
And he should stop all that playing out from the back.
You know, but
with
And-
Greaves.
Axel
What is Greaves?
Tuanzebe.
And they have a good striker too.
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Delap is-
Liam Delap.
Oh, Delap. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Brilliant
He's a
lad.
handful.
Battering ram.
Brilliant lad.
And that kid, Omari Hudson.
Omari Hutchison.
Yeah.
He was my lad. Oh.
I know.
He wanted more money and we told
You
him
know,
to get the fuck out.
I think that there's something.
Everything about Arsenal is because
There's-
the player want more money. That's
he
why
wanted more money. We told him to get the fuck out.
Every time.
Watch
Why
out for.
do you want more money at your age? What
Is
do
it
you
not that
want
now
to do
that he has
with
come
your
to
age?
us now? I platformed him.
No,
Watch
you
him.
know,
Is he on loan or completely?
no, Chelsea
No, I sold him eventually. Is it not when we load him out to the place?
That boy, you can watch. You can see that's better than Anthony.
We load him out
Everybody alone.
and then we cashed him because if he
By the
come, we
way,
no go dey
so
play.
And he's
Maduke
small.
is
Yeah,
very
he's
close to putting him
small.
on fraud watch. Very close, but I will give him time.
That was
I
cheating, guy.
keep-
Say me
I
come
keep-
back.
I keep saying Maduke just his understanding of the game is just a problem. But I don't. He's a player I want in my team every day. Why?
Yeah.
Because he takes. I see
You know the
winners.
only reason I don't have a problem with him. You know the only reason I don't have a problem with him.
Maduke, the pass for game. Maduke take a player and run the ball out.
That happens.
It happens. You know
happens.
the reason I don't have a problem with him. We have a team that people rarely shoot. He's the only guy that at least
tries to shoot.
Left
Left
so
foot
that's
and
why
right
I don't have a
foot.
problem
They
with
can't
him.
put, they can't put Sancho. That one has to the dribble go back.
So when I see Maduke,
Before you be,
when I see
before Sancho
Maduke,
go do right for where you be there. Sancho go score like 30 goals a season.
when Maduke gets on the ball, and that's why you have to mix his game. And if he's humble,
He's not coming to Arsenal.
no, if he's humble, he will sit down and watch Saka. If he's humble, he needs to sit down and watch how Saka plays. You cannot be doing the same things every
All the time.
you
He doesn't
get
have the
ball.
understanding Saka has.
You know, Saka will take the ball and come at you, go right. Next time he goes left.
And you know another
he
thing.
mixes his
Bros,
game.
and you know another thing. He does not have Saka's ball striking too.
Yeah.
Sometimes he creates.
Yeah, he creates his
the separation,
and
but
he scores
this
the
a lot of
I
times.
agree. I agree.
This thing when they always
Brilliant.
do with Saka, they always look and say, do you know how good Saka is?
Please, it's what we're saying.
You understand?
We're
I
saying
think
Saka is better than-
I think one person that can watch Saka if he watches him well, Diallo. If Diallo watches Saka,
With Diallo.
I think this.
Amad Diallo. Okay.
Amad
I
Diallo.
think this Madueke is a perfect guy that can learn from Saka. He
Of
has all
course.
this thing. He's
I
strong.
think so. I think he's a skillful
He just needs to
lad.
Diallo
understand.
almost won us
decision
the game
making, you said it.
at the weekend.
Yeah, I remember that block.
Decision
Yeah.
making.
You know,
Now,
anyway.
wetin you need.
Decision
Let's pick
making,
it up. Let's pick it up. Forest, Ipswich, what happens?
Yeah, I think Forest win.
Forest wins. I thought Forest would give us a better game against.
They play. All the guys
Against
is
Arsenal.
back. See that nonsense.
All they
no,
got
that they talk.
do. All they got do.
Carry that man for it.
Maromeko said, you get injured for that long and you go to Stamford Bridge and play like that.
Relax, oh.
He said you get injured for that long and your first game starting is against just
You see that thing we were talking about Saka and Odegaard? Look at that first goal against Forest.
Odegaard, please don't be injured again.
Look at that goal.
Let Arteta be injured. Let Arteta be injured. Let Odegaard be on the pitch.
Odegaard is something else. It's quite special player.
Yeah.
Special player.
He is.
Right. Then a person who play ball.
Of course.
You get tomorrow now somebody will come for 10 years after say he's not talented.
You see another thing? Somebody will come 10 years after now and say because he didn't score 50.
Say because he didn't score
He didn't score
50.
12 or
Yeah,
something.
he
didn't
good.
score
That's what we're
He's
talking
not
about.
talented.
We they see him now. We they see.
Nonsense talk.
get.
Nonsense talk.
And they watch Pedri he say he's not talented. By the way, my young Kobe is coming back soon. I saw the coach showing him angles, how to turn. Say, that's it.
Amorim was a central midfielder, so he will know.
He would know.
will know.
Wolves, Bournemouth.
Bournemouth. Wolves are hitting a purple patch. I think good win at Fulham. I think Wolves will beat Bournemouth.
West Ham, Arsenal.
West Ham Arsenal win very comfortably. I'll be shocked if it's not 3 or 4.
No, I think that's the clearest win I can give this weekend.
I'd be shocked if it's not 3 or 4. I
Clearest
was
win I can give
supporting
this
them yesterday. Win yesterday. Oh. This match, win it. Because weekend, you drop your 3 points and get out.
You drop your 3 points.
So I'm flipping the page into December 1st, right? Which is the day we're having an event,
Yeah.
right? Chelsea, Aston Villa. By the way, our doors open by 1 o'clock, right? Pictures, 1 o'clock, a lot of cocktails, meet and greet, a lot of banter, all that kind of stuff. 2:30, we're showing the first game, Chelsea, Aston Villa. What do you think happens in that game?
I think both teams will score. I'm not sure who wins. I would lean to a Chelsea win because Chelsea are at home and they've had a really good record against teams when they're playing at home. But I fancy Aston Villa will score. Aston Villa are not playing really well at the moment, but I fancy
Chelsea to
both
win.
teams will score.
By the way, Nicholas Jackson, doing well.
Yeah,
Doing well.
I mean, we've been justified.
Doing well.
We've been justified.
Doing well.
The insult on the guy was too much.
Make
Yeah.
your main
you
go
have to-
first.
You be talking.
You have to
make your main
give
go
credit
praise.
to where credit is due. You understand? He's doing well. I like what he has done. What I prefer the most, and
speak too much.
probably a suggestion I made. Like when you are in the box, look, you're trained all week to be in the box, and the ball arrives on your feet. Don't take that extra touch. The goal is scored at the weekend.
Yeah.
That idiot. What's that boy name? Where now? No, Faiz. Oh my Jesus!
Bro, I don't know how.
You didn't take what they do.
I don't know how,
You
but-
didn't take what they do this thing.
Jackson was a real nuisance. The defender with the big head.
Oh, what?
that Belgium
Five.
guy.
Yeah.
I don't know how he let Jackson get to that ball.
That guy no good now. Right from
didn't take
But
what they do
Jackson
this
was a real nuisance.
That guy
He
terrible
tried to do
defender.
Shagalo for.
No, the
For
problem
your
was that
18.
as the first ball come, that Jackson had the first touch.
Yeah.
The guy cleared the ball now. I don't know
He
what he
doesn't
was
even play
trying.
the ball.
He try.
Jackson come put body for him
You know,
again.
sometimes defenders try to be too cute.
Yeah.
That ball for come out through.
Throw in,
Bro.
play safe.
Just come out through.
So, but
When
what
you
I want to say is that
Kunde
the moment the
do,
ball
Kunde,
hits
foolish
Jackson,
Kunde.
the moment the ball fall for Jackson front, boom, bam, one touch. You have the technique. Why you touch this ball?
You know, with time,
Why
you get
touch the
more.
ball?
All
Like
these
that day
defenders,
that you said
man.
that day, your heart rate, you
Yes.
can stabilize
Get
it
the
more
ball.
when you're in front of goal.
Go ball. Match don't
Before,
finish.
you fidget.
But it was a
very
brilliant
good.
first time finish.
Very good.
I like Jackson actually.
United Everton.
I will swap him for everything I have in that attacking place in my team. Oh, everything.
United Everton.
I think United will win
Straight win.
comfortably. 3-0.
Okay, cool. Right. Tottenham, Fulham.
Fulham win or draw.
Fulham win or draw.
No, normal level. When Tottenham don't get that kind of big win, they go submit that
Fulham
back.
win or draw. If there's any game I'm more confident, is this game. That Fulham will not lose that game.
At
At
Tottenham Stadium.
I know Tottenham. They have a pattern. They have one high like this and they take
They will
it
go and
to an
submit that 3
extraordinary
points.
low.
Yeah.
They might lose that game, so.
Yeah.
And Fulham lost last game.
And down to our featured game of the day.
Big prediction. Alex Iwobi. I've followed. I've been following him
What
now.
a goal he's.
I've been following him now. Alex Iwobi has at least a start of at least 3 shots on goal in every game. If you take that to
Not on target, on goal.
on goal, he gets 1 or 2 on target every game. Scored in the last game. Had 2 shots on target in the last game.
That last goal, mad though.
Those 2 shots on target for an Alex Iwobi in midfield, 2 shots on target. That's almost like 4 odds because he's a midfield player. You get 3 point something odds. But if you have 3 shots on goal, just 3 to have 3 shots on goal, you get yourself at least a good 3 odds every weekend.
Then you add Oli Watkins. Then you add Cole Palmer.
And then you're pricing out
this
the
market.
Ikoyi.
Giga will have this market.
Yeah, they
have this market.
They have the
Shots on
goal.
goal.
It will be nice to check it out and see what the
Alex
market is
Iwobi
on
anytime.
Giga. Yeah.
2 shots.
And if you're just wondering, how to get on GigaWin's websites, gigawin.io takes you to the website. Very good interface. I've got to say, the popular guys have some good interfaces.
Yeah.
But GigaWin have a very good interface.
Yeah, they
If
do.
there's one thing they worked on was the good interface.
Believe it or not, it's some of the things that keep people on betting sites.
Yeah. Just that
That interface. I go
accessibility.
to some and say I will never be here. You will never find me here. Don't stress me.
Yeah.
Because you didn't find username.
Quite you understand. And I tell you what, right? On December the 1st, we have a special offering. The moment you walk into the venue, we will hand you something that allows you to value every moment of the game. So we're doing a lot of giveaways and we'll also do a lot of account top-ups. So walk into the venue, we can hand you a corner market on the 10 corners in the game. If that game has under 10 corners, we will give you an account top-up. So all you need to do is get on GigaWin, register, verify your accounts, because we've had a lot of people come back to us and say the $5 top-ups which you promised haven't reflected. And when I reached out to the GigaWin team, they said lots of their accounts were opened but weren't verified. So you've got to verify your accounts. And yes, we had over 100 entries. So very thanks for that. So yes, Rufai, let's go. Liverpool, Man City, what happens there?
Liverpool, Man City.
Liverpool to win.
Liverpool, Man City, yes.
Man City to win.
Man City to win. That's a bold call.
Yeah, it
That
is.
call on its own can have 2 odds.
Yeah, of course. I think it will have 3 odds actually. Because
Right.
Man City are playing badly. So I think Man City is on 3 odds. Liverpool
Haaland
are on
will score a
2.
trick or that kind of thing.
So I think Man City will win.
I take Haaland anytime goal scorer.
Yeah.
I think that I would do.
It's sort of game he comes alive.
That I would do.
Liverpool straight win.
Liverpool straight win. Did you see the odds?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
My
Liverpool
producer
straight win.
just let out a huge sigh of
Liverpool,
relief.
I don't think we're giving. Yeah, no. Let me not say I don't think we are. We have given them enough credit. Liverpool, where they
No,
are,
of
what
course,
they've done
of
with
course.
slots.
By the way, I never hear this Gravenberch again. No.
No, but he's doing well. He's doing well.
He's doing well.
Now DM now.
He's
He's
doing
No,
well.
you don't say nah.
It's just that he came to the Emirates and Partey showed him how to play.
He's doing
midfield.
well. I think that this guy.
Oh,
I
come
think
on,
that-
Partey.
That one is playing for a contract. He's playing for a contract. That's what
once
he's
that-
The 47-year-old man.
He's playing for a contract.
Once he sign out
What
like
did I
this,
sign contract
I
now?
have to say that
He's go back to Ghana
have
Injury
a
straight.
big problem on the hands to replace that guy.
to replace
Of course,
Partey.
of course.
I'm telling you,
Of course.
he's so important.
It's too important to this team.
We've got the man already. He's lined up already.
What's his name?
Tiani Reinders.
That's a player.
Oh, that's a
man.
baller.
Ah, bro,
But that's the man,
if you buy
don't worry.
Renders, my God, if you buy
Tiani
Renders, I give it
Reinders.
up for you.
That's a baller.
I'm
Tiani
telling you.
Reinders.
But if you bring
But
120,
Renders-
120, I give you Kobe Mino.
Keep quiet there. Keep quiet there.
Yo,
Renders is
Tiani
a serious
Reinders.
So
baller.
you don't
That's
move on
the-
from Merino like that.
that's the man.
Merino don't
don't
work.
forget
No, Merino is
Merino,
working.
Now,
What
Man
are you
City, they go.
saying?
He's what?
going to City.
He's not
bro.
a number 6. We're looking for a number 6, and that's Tiani Reinders.
Bro, that
By
Renders
the
boy,
way,
I
they
love.
say Zubimendi they call Liverpool every day now. Say,
Then they bring it call. Then they bring it call.
Hey, Joe.
By the way, I think that we don't.
No,
we're
you
not
go to
giving.
City. You go to City.
We're not giving Liverpool enough credit to how Slot has navigated some of these big games that he has played.
Oh, yeah.
If you saw them against Southampton, you could see the full-on press these people today. When they play those big games, I don't know. They manage it so well. They stay. They know when to jump, and that has really worked in their favor.
I think Slot is. So you're gonna finish.
Liverpool, yeah, that's why I think Liverpool are going to win.
I think Slot is one manager, and obviously it's just he's played less than 20 games for Liverpool so far, right?
Yeah.
but he's one manager I think. You know when people say someone's at the wheel. Do you get? I picture him being literally
At the wheel.
At the wheel, like he's staring. This time when they go, go walk. Maybe I do it like this.
Yeah. Another thing is, we're maybe on because it's City and rightfully so because it's City. We're underplaying the amount of confidence that Liverpool will be playing with at Anfield.
Of course,
all the wins that they had with everything.
They will.
So you know, so I think Liverpool are going to win.
I think De Bruyne start.
And I remember,
I think De Bruyne will start.
I look at this Liverpool again. I remember what I said before the end of last season. Thank God that they didn't get Caicedo. Liverpool, Caicedo in this team,
My
my goodness.
disaster, pure disaster.
My goodness.
Pure disaster.